just to lock up the control dub, and then it does help your Charizard matchup. So, all right, here we go. We're getting into it. We got Yurko and Hamilton, the Chi-Pow mirror match. Or no, it's Yurko and not Hamilton. Wait, is it Hamilton? No, it's not Hamilton. Hamilton was from the last match. Yurko versus... We've seen the player on the left, I believe, previously in this tournament. So this is a Chi-Pow mirror. So the way the Chi-Pow mirror goes is you go first, and you turn 2 Greninja, and then you just KO the 2 Frigibacks. Or if not, you just get 2 one-prize knockouts and you win. So we see Yurko here already heavily valuing the Greninja grab here. Now, there's a couple different ways you can... So the different ways you can approach this from Angel's side is either you can just only get 2 Frigibacks and be like, hey, if you have turn 2 backs, Greninja snipe, I lose. You got me. Go ahead. And if they get you, they get you. That's right, it's Angel. Or you can bench triple Frigibacks and be like, now I have triple Frigibacks down. So even if you KO 2, I still stabilize. I can still stabilize. And then as Yurko, you have to make the call, okay, do you actually KO the double Frigibacks with Greninja? Or do you leave the extra Frigibacks in play if possible and like Iron Hand something? In this situation, Angel did open a Frigibacks, so Frigibacks would be getting KO'd no matter what. So you usually just commit to the 2 prize cards as Yurko still. So it just allows you to play the game. But if the Chi-Pow player doesn't KO your Frigibacks but still gets 2 prize cards, then things can get really awkward. Like if Yurko has like Prime Catcher plus hands KO your Bidoof or your Greninja, then you're in big trouble. Because you have triple Frigibacks on board, which means it's clogging up your bench. And the reason you don't put triple Frigibacks in play is because it clogs your bench, and it doesn't let you get to double B-Barrel and like chain attackers. Now, I do think, thinking about it, I think does Angel play the Iono? We saw a Chi-Pow player playing Iono. It wasn't Yurko, though, I don't believe. It might have been Angel. The Iono would definitely change things up where it's like, you maybe just risk the triple Frigibacks. In this situation, when you open a Frigibacks, though, I think it's always correct to probably go triple Frigibacks, because if Yurko wants to use hands, it has to be to KO a Frigibacks, which means you get a Frigibacks out of play. You don't end up with triple in play locked up. Yurko could still go hands Prime Catcher, but that's a lot to have turns too. So I think we'll probably see, if Angel has the capability to do it, we'll probably see Angel go triple Fridge this turn for sure, because you opened a Fridge. If you don't open a Fridge, oh wait, yeah, I can do the prediction here. I got you. If you don't open a Fridge and you open like a Bidoof and you can't move it, then that's when you maybe want to consider not benching triple Fridge. Because if you bench triple Fridge with a Bidoof in the active, Yurko's just going to go Iron Hands KO your active Bidoof and leave your 3 Frigibacks in play to clog your bench. There's a Chi-Pow from Yurko. We might see the retreat, and then it turns out to energy. But yeah, basically, if you go first, you're looking for a turn 2 prize KO. That could be with Iron Hands. That could be with Greninja. It could be with Chi-Pow KO Chi-Pow as well, to be honest. If there's like a Chi-Pow in the active from Angel at the end of the turn. Or if they opened it, obviously, because then it gets stuck. Oh, and putting the Pokestop in play. They're going for the aggressive draw. This also gives the Pokestop over to Angel. It's 1 card in the Ultra Ball. But this does give Yurko 2 uses of the Pokestop over the next 2 turns. Is Yurko going to, if possible, retreat to the Chi-Pow? Looks like no. It's just going to be a pass. No Bidoof either, so no draw power from B-Barrel next turn. So not a ridiculously powerful start here from Yurko. All right, over to Angel. Has the Poffin off the rip. Like I said, probably just going to go for the triple Fridge this turn. If they're all there. They are all there. The Heavy Ball was in the deck as well. I saw that. I end up a Bidoof as well. Double Poffin would, of course, be pretty good here. Oh, that's right. We did see Angel earlier. Because Angel, dude, the way Angel looks through his deck is so weird. It reminds, like, the only thing I can, like, mentally compare it to is, like, for anyone who, like, ever has, like, played shooters on a controller, like, when you claw with a controller. Yeah, when you claw with a controller, which basically means you use your pointer finger to hit your buttons, your AB buttons. And you like use your middle finger for your trigger. That's what I think of. He's like clawing. Dude, it's just so funny looking. I've never seen anyone look through their deck like that before. The double thumb action goes crazy. The double thumb action is wild. It just seems so inefficient. That seems like such an inefficient way to look through your deck. But I guess it's the same thing, right? It's just you're positioning your thumbs differently. But because when you look through it, how most people look through it, you're still using two thumbs. All right, double Poff in here from Angel. Does go for the double Bidoof as well. Double Doof, double Fridge, triple Fridge. The squad is all here for Angel. This does limit, like, if Yurko does whiff a KO this turn, it does make Angel's bench really awkward. It won't have as many options. Doesn't have Greninja in play to draw cards with Greninja. Doesn't have room for, like, oh, triple hit off the stop. That's big. But yeah, you probably don't want to bench like Greninja this turn from Angel because you want the option of like Greninja or Hands or Chi and Pow next turn. So you're probably just passing or wait. Angel made some space on the bench. Are we going back in? Are we going to bench something here? Or maybe just the Vessel to go in. Might wait though, thinking about it. Honestly, Angel's hand sucks. Looking at Angel's hand there, it's a good start. Everything else around the hand is really, really good here for Angel. But the rest of Angel's hand actually kind of sucks here. It's not very good. It's like 2 Super Rod, 2 Energy, Hands, Heavy Ball. There is the Pokestop in play for Angel to use next turn to try and find some Nest Balls, Ultra Balls, stuff like that. But it's a good start. Can't really complain about the start. Honestly, with the idea of maybe trying to find an Ultra Ball to draw with B-Barrel, you maybe want to attach one of these energies from Angel here. You don't overclog your hand. You could attach Active. In my head, that seems like the best play here. Maybe even attach the Lightning Active. Because yeah, it's 3 energy, stop, Hands, double Rod, Heavy Ball. If you top deck an Ultra Ball, or even if you top deck B-Barrel here, you want less cards in your hand. So you can actually draw cards. I think if Angel could have, Angel probably wouldn't have gotten second Bidoof and would have benched Greninja. But didn't have an out to Greninja here. And still left to leave the last bench space open at that point. I think probably would have been the play here. I definitely like the idea of attaching here. I don't know if it's better to attach the Lightning. I kind of like the idea of attaching the Lightning, though. That almost sounds better to me. I'm not sure. All right. Over to Yurko. Let's see if Yurko does get off that turn 2 prize cards. Like I said, Greninja works, but Hands also works. Stop. Ooh, okay. Actually, getting energy in the discard pile isn't terrible here. I was going to say hit the Lightning, but there's already a Lightning in the discard pile. Yurko does run the double Lightning. Hit another Ultra Ball, which is another card, but there's no B-Barrel to combo with these Ultra Balls. To actually draw cards. If there's a Superior in hand, and it looks like a Superior is being used here, Concealed Cards is an option here. I can't tell what those cards are. They're all gold. One's a Rare Candy, and one's an Ultra Ball. Takes double Lightning, double Water. So it's keeping open that option of probably getting Concealed Cards away one of these Lightnings. And then keeping a Lightning in hand to potentially use with the Iron Hands. You definitely discard a Lightning here, right? There's no way you keep 2 Lightnings in your hand. Okay, yeah, there it is. I was like, you'd be tripping if you did that. All right, draw 2. How good are they? Stop's been used. What is it? I can't tell. I mean, it'd be hard to tell if they weren't gold, to be honest, but because they are gold, it makes it that much harder. Maybe that's a code breaker. Looks like he's lining up for another Ultra Ball here. Maybe it's a Vessel. Let's see. It looks like a code breaker. Ultra Ball's coming out. There's no draw power to combo with it. Why not attack? I see what you're saying. Because we did, yeah, that is true. Yurko did discard. Yurko did discard Ultra Ball Rare Candy, which is Baxcalibur. But I think the reason for that is Yurko had another Ultra Ball and another Rare Candy in hand, which is what we just saw here. So this generated like that extra card for Yurko to work with here, it looks like. I'm assuming through all of this, Yurko can attack with Greninja. We'll see, though. There's a candy. Yeah, it's going to be Attach Retreat. Ooh. Wait, I'm confused. Was there not 2 Lightning in the hand? Oh, we Ultra Balled away Lightning. That's right. This is suddenly very bad for Yurko if he doesn't get this attack. Well, from what we can tell, it's actually not that bad because Angel's hand is not very good. A second superior coming out. So there's a lot of resources burned. This is a ton of resources burned here from Yurko. Double, no resources. The hand is going to be 1 lightning energy at the end of this because Yurko did already attach return. So the hand is just 1 lightning energy here for Yurko. And is now down 2 superior as well. There we go. Snipe. And Yurko should KO the active Frigibacks and the... What do you KO here? The active Frigibacks, because you want to take away the pivot. And then probably... Probably the 70 HP Frigibacks to take away the collect option? I guess you don't get to push Fridge here. Maybe you take away both 60s. I mean, how big is the collect option, I guess? All right, Prime Catcher top deck here from Angel, but the rest of the hand sucks. So it's all going to come down to this Pokestop here for Angel. Needs to find some form of draw power. Nest Ball, Ultra Ball. There's the stop. There's Nest Ball. Okay, Nest Ball becomes Greninja. And also has the Prime Catcher. With no Frigibacks on Yurko's bench, Angel could just go... Angel actually doesn't need to take a 2-hit KO or 2-prize turn this turn. Could just KO that Baxcalibur. But Angel does need a lot here. Angel does need a lot here. Actually, can Angel even get there out of 2 cards from a Greninja? I don't even know if it's possible. Angel's like so far behind on the resource game here. Of course, Yurko's living off of a top deck. Well, we'll have concealed cards, a top deck, a Pokestop, and a concealed cards. Actually, Yurko has a decent amount to work with here. Yeah, what could Angel even get off? Angel could get like Chi and Pow plus Irida. Yeah, okay, Irida plus something, right? Ultra Ball, B-Barrel could also get there as well. Yeah. And then Angel wants to look for the Chi and Pow KO on the Baxcalibur here of Yurko's. That's what we're looking for here. He has a stop too. Well, he'd have to find Vacuum. I don't know if Angel plays Vacuum, but if Angel does draw Vacuum, we could see a double stop play. Here comes the concealed cards from Angel. And then I wonder if you ever consider just bringing up the Baxcalibur to try and trap it with Prime Catcher. I don't know. Draw 2. Oh, it's Chi and Pow energy. Oh, no. That is not good here for Angel. Yurko still has no draw power setup besides the Greninja, though. So there's a possibility for a comeback. With 2 superior down, honestly, I like the idea of Angel bringing up the Baxcalibur. I would go bench Chi and Pow, Prime Catcher up Baxcalibur, Shivery Chill for 2. And then hope that the Baxcalibur gets stuck for a turn. Or that Angel can't... Or excuse me, Yurko can't get access to the concealed Moonlight Shuriken again. Because Yurko would have to draw into another superior here, basically. I don't know if there was a superior prize or not for Yurko, but so Yurko maybe pulled a superior off those first 2 prize cards. I'm actually not sure what the first 2 were. I should like take a picture of it. And that way I have it like to remember for the rest of the match. Or the rest of the game. Ultra Ball, Ultra Ball. What was it? So there's a Bax prize, which could be a big deal. Not in this situation, it's not going to be a big deal, but... Yeah, so I think, it's, like I said, I think I want to see bench Chi and Pow, prime up the Baxcalibur, hope it gets stuck, Shivery Chill, load up some energy in the hand, thin out the deck. You go into next turn with the concealed cards and a Pokestop. Hopefully Yurko just whiffs for a turn. We'll see what Angel goes with, though. See if Angel agrees with the Prime Catcher or not. If you leave the Greninja in the active, Yurko could get there with, like, just drawing 2 waters. Or just drawing 1 water, because there's a Lightning in the hand. And you know there's a Lightning in Yurko's hand. There's the Prime Catcher, the backs. And you just always push Chi and Pow here as Angel. I don't think you ever don't push Chi and Pow. Because if Yurko can retreat and KO your Chi and Pow with a Chi and Pow, then Yurko can use Greninja and KO your only Frigibacks in play. So it makes no sense. It makes no sense to not push your Chi and Pow here as Angel. And then thin out your deck of 2 waters. Yeah, right? Because, yeah, if your Chi and Pow's getting knocked out by a Chi and Pow, then Yurko can definitely use Greninja, right? Actually, is that true? I guess that's not 100% true. Because Yurko could have 2 energy to retreat, plus 1 other energy, and then get 2 off Shivery Chill, which leads to the knock. I think you always just Shivery Chill yourself, though. You want to thin out your deck. You're living off the concealed cards in the Pokestop next turn. I think if Yurko hits a superior here, you're losing anyway, so you're just playing around that mostly. But I guess it is possible. Nah, you just Shivery Chill here. You just Shivery Chill here. No, I don't like that. Yeah, I think you just go with the Shivery Chill here. Who went first? Yurko went first. All right, pass over to Yurko. Does Yurko have a superior? Canson Cologne, Poffin, Lightning something. The Poffin's big, though. Even if Yurko doesn't get an attack this turn, Yurko can get down a Bidoof and a second Frigibax. There's the fridge. There's the Bidoof for some later draw power. Now we'll see if Yurko can find that superior. So the correct sequence here... Wait, what is the correct sequence here? It's correct to Pokestop first here, right? Because we want a Pokestop to hit items to thin out the deck of non-supporters to then concealed cards to increase our odds of finding a supporter to find us the superior. Yes? Or I guess it depends on how many of the other things are left as well, right? Because if we have code breakers left, we'd want to concealed into the code breaker and then Pokestop into the superior that the code breaker put on top. So maybe I'm wrong. There's an Irida though, so that's a superior. That is the third superior gone here for Yurko. I feel like if I'm Angel, I'm just conceding at this point. But is there ever a possibility where Yurko runs out of energy? Maybe. Yurko's actually eyeing up the Prime Catcher. Oh, I guess you do want to go with Prime Catcher here. Because you want to be able to... Well, I guess if you have a superior in hand, you can go Prime Catcher so you can KO a Bidoof and the Frigibax. Unless Yurko's just going to go Baxcalibur, KO Baxcalibur. I guess that could be the play here as well. Goes for an Iron Bundle as well. I assume the Iron Bundle is to be discarded by a superior here, which I assume Yurko has in hand. And I do see a superior in the deck, which I assume that means... That's my assumption, but maybe Yurko is just going to go KO Chi and Pow with Chi and Pow. I can't tell what's in the rest of the hand. Oh, just going to KO Fridge with... Oh yeah, I guess attacking with Greninja never makes any sense here. Dude, I'm trolling, because if you Greninja, you don't get 2 prize cards, because the Greninja's in the active. Yeah, this makes sense. This makes sense. KO Fridge with Chi and Pow. I was like trying to get 2 prize cards this whole time, but I guess we don't need to get 2 prize cards. This still sets up Yurko just fine. Angel, does Angel actually have a route here? I mean, not really. I don't think so. We'll see. Is there a reason to not concede here? I don't think so, right? There's a knockout. Now, there's a lot of time left in this matchup. It doesn't take that long, so like sticking this game out a little bit longer isn't like a terrible choice from Angel, I don't think. Like I could see an argument for it to be correct to play for this. I don't know. What is the percent chance you win this game? Like 1%? If we KO. We can't KO though. It's impossible for Angel to get a KO here. There's no Frigibacks. We're out of fridges. Why not put a Bidoof in the active and KO that plus Frigibacks with Greninja? Because there's no because there is no there's no way to get the energy for the Greninja, excuse me. The energy for the Baxcal or the Chi and Pow was found through Shivery Chill because Shivery Chill's in the active. All right, here comes a Super Rod. Has a Poffin as well. Once again, a superior energy retrieval. Does just cook the fridges, though. Honestly, do you even get... Thinking about going for 3 fridges. Does go for 3 fridges. Poffin for 2. But if you get Greninja here, how are you not conceding if you get Greninja here? I feel like you're always conceding if you get Greninja here. I almost feel like you should just go 1 fridge. Just 1 fridge and then... Or maybe 2 fridges and a water. Like maybe 1 fridge, 2 waters. Mis-sequencing there as well. Using the Pokestop after putting an extra fridge back in the deck. But I think Angel's a little frazzled here. Did finally find an Ultra Ball, which can lead to a B-Barrel. Doesn't like need to overextend for this or anything, but yeah, he's going to go for it. Once again, Yurko is just looking for that superior. And, I mean, that basically locks up the game here. Another Super Rod coming out. Now we're going to get some energy back. Maybe get the hands as well. Just the hands. Leaves all the energy. Okay. The Claw Grip reducing his circulation. Appreciate the 37 months there. Smart. Loads of energy on the active. Superior for 1. Oh, it's so gross. So many resources being burned. But, I mean, you kind of got to do it. You need this B-Barrel draw. I mean, it's not another superior in the hand, but another B-Barrel found. You don't hate to see that, but it's so little. All right, it is possible Yurko does whiff a superior here. It is possible. Even if Yurko whiffs, though, I don't think you're still so far behind. Go ahead and decide to just punch for 120, just in case you get knocked out on your next turn, I guess. All right, over to Yurko. Is there a superior to be found? I see an Irida. I think if I was in Angel's position, if the superior got played out, or if the Irida gets played out, I'd just be like, show me a superior and I'll concede at this point. I mean, they've already taken, how much time did they get? They've already taken 20 minutes in this one. Yeah, they've already taken 20 minutes in this one. Gonna conceal some cards real fast. Like I said, has the Irida in hand. Like the Irida's there. Oh, Superior's already in hand. All right, yeah, here it comes. I mean, yeah, there's yeah. Even if Yurko can go for the Greninja play, but Yurko could also just go with the knockout on the active. That still wins the game. But you may as well go with the Greninja play because it gives you more time. I feel like I mean, I would like to, once again, going back to it, I wouldn't hate seeing Angel concede. Two more, and there we go. Well, this guy's already wasting time. He's not wasting time. He just doesn't want to mess up. He's not trying to make a mistake. Irida for, I guess we're just going to get another back setup here. Maybe. Oh, I guess we get B-Barrel set up at this point. I guess like the only thing to play around here is the potential of an Iono. I don't think there is an Iono though. On the side here from Angel. We'll see. Maybe there is. I know we watched a Baxcalibur player use you gotta concede now, right? There's no way we stick it out one more time. Yeah, I don't see a reason to not conserve the time here at this point. It probably won't be a factor, but like there's no reason, I don't think there's a reason not to. Irida coming out. I guess we will need that third Frigibax in this scenario. The reason I was saying I think it was fine to not get this extra Frigibax last turn, because like if the Greninja play happens, I think you're basically conceding anyways, so like the game is basically over anyways, but okay. Finally we got there. It took him a little while. You don't want to maximize your, and like at time, like it was definitely getting to the point where like the time could eventually be a factor. It wasn't a factor like at that point for sure. There was like, I think they had plenty of time to finish these last two games. The Chien-Pao mirrors pretty quick. They're both playing Chien-Pao, yeah. Baxcalibur. Playing it out, just got the list perhaps. That's fair. That's like another reason to play it out. But you only want to do that to the extent that time isn't becoming a factor, right? Where you're all of a sudden going to miss out on time, and basically, when I say like you want, so it is possible that we get down to time and +3 turns, and having less time could favor Angel depending on the scenario. Depending on the scenario, it could favor Angel, right? To have less time. But if you assume, going into any game of Pokemon, you want to assume you're the better, more prepared player. So with that in mind that you're assuming you're the better, more prepared player, you want to play as much Pokemon as possible. So you always want more time. You want to play as much Pokemon as you possibly can. More turns of Pokemon, more games of Pokemon, more matches of Pokemon. Because if you are the better player and the more prepared player, which we always assume we are, every time we enter a match of Pokemon, we assume we are the better, more prepared Pokemon player. If not, then you're not trying to win the tournament. If you are trying to win the tournament, every time you enter a match, you're assuming that you're the better, more prepared Pokemon player. So you always want more time. Even though, yeah, at the end of this match in Game 3, it's possible less time could somehow favor Angel. But we always assume that we want the most amount of time possible. And now we see it on the other side. Same play as well. We're going to try and see the outcome. Actually, this gives more routes here. The Chi and Pao start from Yurko puts less emphasis on like pulling off the Greninja play and kind of opens up the possibility of just to get your first 2 prize cards, just attack with your own Chi and Pao. For the prize cards, Prime Catcher's prized. The boss is prized here. So no real super relevant prize cards. You don't need that much energy in the matchup either. So the Force Superior probably won't make a big deal either. I guess the B-Barrel is maybe the worst prize card out of all of them, to be honest. Yeah, that's probably the worst prize card out of all of them. Yeah, so because of the Chi and Pao start here from Yurko, we could just see like a Chi and Pao knockout for 2 on Angel's side, and you don't have to actually go with the Greninja play. The hand here is honestly pretty weak, though. It looks like it's like the Greninja is like it's like all in on Greninja draw right here. There might be a Pokestop in the hand here. I'm actually not sure. Greninja for 2. There's an Irida. There is an Irida. I was like, that's not great, but there is an Irida. There's a Poffin in this hand as well, but I don't even know if you want to play this Poffin. You might want to keep it around for Ultra Ball fodder, to be honest. I think Angel's going to end up a green here and just pass. You don't need a second Bidoof. And actually, how would you even get to the first B-Barrel? Also, if Angel checked the prize cards, Angel should know that he prized a B-Barrel, which means the second with another Bidoof doesn't do anything for him. So you should never use his Poffin here. Once again, check your prize cards. All right, over to Yurko. So let's see. If Yurko has access to it, does Yurko go for the triple Frigi? Or just give up on it? And this is one of the board states where you maybe want to give up on triple Frigi, because if Yurko goes for triple Frigi here, then Angel can just respond with, okay, I'm not going to use Greninja. Actually, I'm just going to KO your Chi and Pao with my Chi and Pao and get my 2 prize cards. And then on Yurko's side, it's like, well, that kind of sucks. Because now I have 3 Frigibacks on my bench, and I can't set up double B-Barrel. Or like flex between a Chi and Pao and an Iron Hands. That can make things awkward. And then it opens up like the possibility for like a comeback route where you like KO the only B-Barrel in play and shut off the draw power. Like usually in the mirror match, like once you stabilize, you just want double B-Barrel setup so that can't happen. Now neither player plays Iono, I don't think. So the hand disruption wouldn't happen, but you still might need to draw cards to find your last superior or something. So then all of a sudden it becomes a route to actually chase the only B-Barrel in play. But I feel like in this situation as Yurko, if you do have access to it, you probably just put down triple Fridge, I guess. Yeah, you probably do just end up putting down triple Fridge. I guess I don't see you really not putting down triple Fridge here. But that's when, yeah, if Angel just goes for Chi and Pao to Chi and Pao, then all of a sudden you have 3 Frigibacks on your bench, which kind of sucks. Angel plays Iono. It was discarded by Stop game 1. Okay. I didn't see that. I knew we had seen someone with it. I just didn't remember who it was. Did you play Manaphy in the Chi and Pao deck? The problem with Manaphy is it is good in Mirror, but every other matchup that plays Greninja, it's not that good. Like, it's not very good against Lost Tina. It is good against Lost Box. The problem, though, against Lost Box and even Lost Tina is if you put Manaphy in play, you limit yourself to 1 B-Barrel. And then the strategy from the Lost Zone players shifts to just KO your only B-Barrel in play, and then Roxanne you. And then you have no draw power. So, that's what happens, is like if you put Manaphy in play, your board state can't support 2 B-Barrel anymore, and then at that point, or usually can't support 2 B-Barrel, and then at that point, they just KO your only B-Barrel in play, and you never have draw power for the whole game. And that's why you lose the game. So it's just tough. Like, the Manaphy is just not that good. In the matchups that play Greninja, Manaphy is just not that good. That's like the problem. We do see the triple Fridge here from Yurko. Also, another thing with trying to find this 3rd Frigibacks on the beginning of the game from Yurko is it might mean you might not be able to find a Bidoof. But there's the Irida, so I assume a Bidoof will be available to Yurko if he really wants it, but maybe he doesn't need it. Maybe the hand is good enough that you don't need it here. All right, the fridges are in. Does go for the Bidoof. But yeah, now here, like I said, from Angel here now, you just go knock out Chien-Pao with Chien-Pao, and you leave all the Frigibacks in play. You could go the other route. You still could go Greninja, knock out 2 Fridge, and then that forces Yurko. If Yurko wants to get a 2-prize turn, you do force Yurko into... force Yurko into an Iron Hands for the turn. But it's easier for Angel to probably attack with a Chien-Pao for a KO than the Greninja for the KO. So it makes Angel's first knockout easier, and then it, like, traps the triple Fridge in play as well. Which is, like, not terrible. It's, like, not awful, but, like, it feels bad. It starts to cut into your potential, your B-Barrel potential. Here comes the Irida. And did top deck Nest Ball, I believe, here. But does have the Irida to get the Baxcalibur or the Chien-Pao instead if you want to go that route. Ooh, is eyeing up the Prime Catcher. Interesting. I assumed we wanted to get an Ultra Ball. Okay, there it is. I was almost positive we were going to get an Ultra Ball here. Probably just checking for the Prime, make sure it's not prized. Did you bench 2 Manaphy for it to be good? Yep, second Manaphy. And that's like my understanding of Manaphy in Chien-Pao from I haven't played with the deck that much in this format. And then like talking to like people like Grant Shen and stuff. But if you test a lot with Manaphy and you find it actually makes a difference in those matchups, then it could definitely be worth considering. But if enough decks do play Greninja with the ability to attack with Greninja, eventually it does just become correct to play Manaphy. But the question is, where is that tipping point? More so than anything. And I don't know if we've hit it yet or not, but we maybe have. There's an Ultra Ball. Well, actually, Angel could have sequenced that differently, actually. Well, it depends if we bench the Chien-Pao, which I assume we are here from Angel. Instead, Angel could have gone Nest Ball for Chien-Pao and then search out, like, the bundle and then Ultra Ball away the bundle to thin out another card from the deck. I mean, it's just, like, still fine. Candy Backs, B-Barrel, Chien-Pao. Here comes a draw 5. There's 2 energy in the discard pile, but we need to find some more energy here to actually get this KO. 2. There's a Superior. There's a Stop. Fridge and an Irida. We've already played our supporter for turn, though. What is the correct sequence here? If you mill 2 energy off the Pokestop, there's the Pokestop. Immediately goes into the Pokestop. Okay. I think this... Ooh! I think we do get there, but that is a costly... Pokestop first seems correct. The only other thing, you could have gone Superior for 2, retreat, thin 2 energy out of the deck. No, Pokestop's always correct, right? Yeah, Pokestop first always correct, because you don't mind milling energy here. The Superior away these 2 to get 2 energy, to then retreat the B-Barrel. Okay, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It does require 2 Superior. It is kind of gross. It is kind of gross. So now we get 2 energy. Another thing about forcing the triple Fridge in play, that's going to happen on this next turn for Angel, is now for Angel's next 2-prize turn, Angel can just go Greninja KO 2 Frigibacks. If Yurko doesn't get Candy Backs. So because of the start of the Chien-Pao, it gives Angel a really clean turn 1 or first turn attack, second turn attack of like 2-prize or 2-prizer. For sure. Conceal cards for 2. And does have the Superior in hand. So it does have the guaranteed attack here. That's a decent amount of good cards, though. I don't know how many waters are in the discard pile. I think it might be 4. He's thinking about Prime Catcher versus Water. Honestly, the Prime Catcher does not seem that good at this point. I would maybe keep the Water instead, to be honest. The Prime Catcher seems kind of mid. It could matter for a hands knockout for 2 at the end of the game, I guess. It's like the only reason I can think to keep it. We're definitely giving up the hands here, though. I was actually thinking about giving up the Irida over the Prime. Gives up. Hands Water in the end. The Prime just doesn't seem that good. Wait, we need that Water. Wait. Oh, wait, wait. Does this make sense? Is gonna go for the Prime KO instead. I don't like this. I mean, this is okay. Is this worth it? I'm actually not sure about this play. Because I feel like keeping your Greninja around to KO 2 Frigibacks next turn felt like better. I mean, this doesn't seem terrible. You're never trapping the... You're always... If you're doing this, you're KOing the Bidoof. You're going KO Bidoof, KO Frigibacks. Yeah, honestly, I don't know about this play. This seems like I don't know. I kind of like the idea of just KOing the Chi-Pow and then saving your Greninja to KO 2 Frigibacks next turn. But I guess like the only play here from Yurko. Well, I don't know. So this opens up the play from Yurko. Now Yurko's best play is to attack with Greninja and go KO Fridge 90 on Baxcalibur to threaten KO Fridge, KO Baxcalibur next turn. Maybe Yurko disagrees though and is going to go with the Chi-Pow setup. But maybe it needs to send up Chi-Pow to find energy this turn. Okay, when the draw support is lit, it just feels so unnecessary though. It just feels so unnecessary. Like, giving the draw support is not bad, but I don't know if you like you're on tempo. Angel is so far ahead on tempo. I feel like you just like if you just played it, like I feel like this is like you put a ton of resources into this attack to get 2 prize cards, but like you don't need to do all of that. I don't know. Because the hand disruption just doesn't matter. Like if Angel just attacks every turn, Angel just wins. Yeah, if you just attack every turn, Angel just wins. So I'm not sure about that play, to be honest. There's definitely merit to it. There's definitely value to it, right? You gain some value that you wouldn't have gained if you do the other knockout, but I'm not sure about it. But yeah, I think the best play here from Yurko for sure is to try and attack with Greninja and go KO Frigibax, KO or 90 on Baxcalibur. So that way you next turn you threaten KO Fridge, KO Bax, and just win the game. And then lock him out of Baxcalibur. The problem with that play from Yurko would be the best response from that from Angel is to go attack with Iron Hands. So if you attack with Greninja again, you can just knock out the Greninja with Iron Hands again. But on that turn, you could like Prime Catcher, try and trap B-Barrel or something, and then KO the Baxcalibur that turn. I don't know if Yurko's going to be able to get to the Greninja attack this turn though. Would you overload a water a turn prior, right? As Angel, yeah. Before your Baxcaliburs go down, you could, but you might not have enough water to cover everything. Is Hands B-Barrel not better and Iono force Angel to not have it? Yurko doesn't play Iono. Yeah, Yurko doesn't play Iono. KO and B-Barrel is still not a bad play. KO and B-Barrel is always like a good play. Just like, well, if I take away your draw power, maybe you just whiff your follow-up knockout. It's unlikely if they have a fairly developed board that they whiff the knockout. And that's why setting up double B-Barrel is so important as well. That's why setting up double B-Barrel is so important as well. And that's why putting down triple Frigibax makes things hard. But we see the hands coming out here from Yurko. Maybe does Yurko have the Gust KO on the B-Barrel? There's a lot of water. I don't see the Prime Catcher. Maybe he plays Counter Catcher. Oh, just has the Iron Hands KO the active. This play is not that good. I mean, it's like fine. Yurko has to do something, but like it's just like Angel gets to stay on tempo and use Chi-Pow for a KO. Basically, whenever like you just want to use Chi-Pow, if you're ahead and you get to use Chi-Pow for a 2-prize knockout, that's like the easiest 2-prize knockout you can possibly take is through your own Chi-Pow because you have Shivery Chill, or you get to put it up and use Shivery Chill potentially to get energy. All you need is a Superior. You don't need anything else. You play multiple Chi-Pows, so Angel's definitely okay with this. Comes a Superior. Yeah, so all Angel has to do is respond every turn and Angel just wins. So we'll see Chi-Pow KO Hands, and then Yurko's going to go either Chi-Pow KO Chi-Pow or try and go for the Hands KO B-Barrel or the Greninja play of Snipe Fridge, Snipe Backs, hope there's no Hands response. So as long as Angel just gets access to another Chi-Pow and Hands, then it's basically going to be a dub. Super Odds happening, 2 pokes. I don't see a reason to not grab a water. Looks like Yurko agrees and is going to grab a water here. Is there a Poffin to get that Bidoof into play or just putting him back in the deck? If you're just putting him back in the deck right now, I feel like there's no reason to do this unless you know Angel plays... Unless you know that Angel plays the Iono, which Yurko might just know at this point. Otherwise, I feel like we should go Poffin for the dude, but might not have a way to get it. Oh, I thought that was an Arctoback at first. I was like, what the heck? All right, Candy out the second backs. Why not? Play around Iono. All right, like I said, should be a pretty easy KO here. For Angel, just needs 4 water energy. Can get 2 of them off of the Chi-Pow. Has Pokestop, has B-Barrel to work with. Has a Vessel as well, so this should hopefully lead to... Did give up a B-Barrel there. Is there 3 in the deck? There's 1 in the hand. There's only 2 in the deck. All right, but a Super Rod also gets there now as well. The a Super Rod also gets there. So you don't need to hit a Superior. If you hit a Super Rod, that you can Super Rod energy back and then Shivery Chill for some more energy. Should be good to get there. Prime Catcher was in the prizes, right? It was, yeah. Actually, I think it might still be in the prizes here for Yurko. So Yurko can't do any like cheesy play. The cheese is limited for sure. So rare candy in that hand. But if there's a rare candy left in the deck, you only need to attack twice more here as Angel. So Ultra Ball away rare candy. Oh, it's an Irida. It looked like he was lining up like an Ultra Ball to thin out the hand before drawing with B-Barrel, but yeah, that should be all you need. And has a follow-up candy, but has the candy backs as well. Sheesh. Yeah, there's like now with 2 candied backs in play, there's almost like no win condition for Yurko. The only win condition for Yurko was like KO the B-Barrel, but Yurko's Prime Catcher is still prized, I think, so. Oh, he should have Prime now. Did he pull it off the prizes? So maybe there is some hope for Yurko then. All right, here comes the Super Rod. Is eyeing up hands, double water. Sounds fine to me. The only other thing that you'd really want to get here, I feel like, is get another Bidoof in play, but can still do that as well. Yeah, can still get the other Bidoof in play here still. Can still get the other Bidoof in play here still. It is possible. Candy backs. 4 waters. What's that last card in hand? Is that another water? Oh, okay, it is. There's the Poffin, and an Irida for next turn, and a Superior for next turn, and hasn't used Pokestop yet. Yeah, I think this one is basically over here. It's kind of a formality at this point. Of course, Yurko doesn't know that, so Yurko's going to play it out, but... Not that he could have known that he pulled Prime Catcher off prizes, but he probably needed to Iono that turn. Who, Angel? No, Angel's ahead. Angel doesn't have to do anything. The only thing Angel needs to do is just knock out this hands. I feel like we should definitely... I believe there's the Bidoof in the deck, right? We should definitely pop him for a Bidoof here. Okay. There's no reason not to put second B-Barrel in play. That I can think of. Maybe... I mean, I don't know if Angel knows for sure that Yurko does not have Iono. I'm almost positive Yurko does not have Iono. But whether or not Angel knows that is something different. All right, here we go. Knock out the active. Response from Yurko. What is even the response? Is there a response? I'm trying to think. Yurko could just go... Okay, so Yurko can go Greninja both Baxcaliburs, pass into Prime Catcher, Greninja KO both Baxcaliburs. I think that's the play. I don't know if Yurko can do that. No B-Barrel draw power for the last couple turns. I don't know if that's going to be possible here for Yurko, but I think that's what makes the most sense to me. I think Yurko should go Greninja both Baxcalibur into recover Greninja, get it back onto the bench, Prime Catcher Greninja to the active, trap a B-Barrel, Greninja KO both Baxcalibur. And then just hope that the Iron Hands doesn't happen. There's a stop for 2. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that's possible here for Yurko to actually pull out. You don't want a Prime Catcher this turn. You want to save the Prime Catcher for next turn. I think his Prime is prize. No, he got it off the last prize cards. Prime's in hand right now. Prime's in hand. Ultra Ball for Bidoof always feels bad. Definitely prefer to Poffin or Nest Ball for that guy. I don't think the play is in Yurko's hand, so I don't think Yurko's going to be making the play happen. It was pretty unlikely, I feel like, for it to happen as well. I feel like Yurko might just go... Oh, okay. Oh, wait, this is actually a play. Kind of. I mean, like, technically it is a play. Yeah, technically this is a play, but, like, it doesn't, like, actually progress the... It doesn't actually progress the board state too much here for Yurko. And actually, I think Angel has the boss in hand. Yep. There's a knockout. Angel wins game 2. We go to game 3 with the, the boss KO. Well, now if Yurko didn't know about the boss, Yurko knows about the boss. Obviously, wouldn't have changed anything in that game. But yeah, that knockout with the Baxcalibur probably doesn't change too much either. Yeah, that doesn't change too much either. Because, like, all Angel has to do is go KO with Chien Pao, bench Chien Pao, and then, like, you still just win with a Chien Pao attack on the next turn. Because the Yurko was going down to 3 prize cards with the Baxcalibur knockout, which doesn't really do that much. So, is this game for top 8 or are they already top 8? This is top 8. This is top 8. Matches. This game is for top 4 now. Boston Iono is interesting in PoW. Actually, a Pokestop fodder. My guess would be that Angel plays 1 or 2 Pokestop instead of 3, and then probably plays only 1 Maniac. Oh, it plays no Silene. I mean, it's not really a difference compared to other lists, Tommy. It's like -1 Maniac, -1 Silene. So it's like 2 supporters for 2 supporters. So it's not really actually more Pokestop fodder. It's just like an adjustment of supporter count. I don't think Angel plays the Silene, from what we've seen anyways. All right, here we go. Yurko going first. So far, the player who's gone first has gotten a turn 2 prize knockout and won the match. So here we go into game number 3 with Yurko going first. Mulligan to start with. I assume he's still playing the Codebreakers and Silene. There's 1 Codebreaker, but it's probably just like 1 Codebreaker, no Silene. Oh no! Greninja's prized! And a decent amount of Pokemon search cards. 2 Nest Ball and the Poffin. Not the Greninja prized. All right, Heavy Ball can save it. And also sometimes you don't need it, but it's a pretty big part of initial draw power and threat. Like it's also a big threat in the matchup as well. We have a basic. There's a basic here. Prize cards. Prime Catcher prize. Chien Pao. All right, so nothing. Yeah, okay. Honestly, I think I would say that I don't even know whose prize cards are worth here. It's about the same. It's about the same. I mean, the Greninja, it makes, yeah, Angel's prize cards are worth. The Greninja's priced. Yurko off the rip. Opens the Chien Pao. Is lining up. Oh, just doing some prize checking, actually. I was going to say, is lining up the Greninja, but... Yeah, opens the Chien Pao, which is a good starter. Going first, it's like fine. Good, it's like a fine starter going first. Going second, you don't want to open the Chien Pao really, but if you're going first, it's usually fine. We'll see what kind of Pokemon search Yurko has in the hand. Hopefully something. It's not just a dead hand. You can count the prize cards. We got 28 minutes left, so plenty of time for this match as well. Yeah, plenty of time to say this matchup. Angel is saved by Heavy Ball. Yurko has to play the game this game with no Gust. I mean, Gust doesn't really matter too much in this matchup. It can matter, but it's usually not a big deal. Okay, what kind of Pokemon search do we got here? The Nest Ball, that's good. That gets the Greninja. That's the important one. There's also a Frigibax in hand. And then we'll also hit him with the Shivery Chill to search out a couple waters, I assume. Not sure if there's anything else now. You'd love to get a Bidoof down just in case, but... Can Yurko even guess Angel's Ninja's prize? Depending on how Angel's turn 1 plays out, yeah, you could tell. Wait, did we use Shivery Chill there? Or did I miss it? Did Shivery Chill happen? I must be tripping. It must have happened. I feel like it didn't happen, but it must have happened, right? There's only 1 water in the hand. I feel like it didn't happen. Wait, what? Ability token? Yeah, I see the ability token, but... He didn't take the energy, did he? Did he forget to pick the energy? What? That could be... Well, maybe he chose to not take any? Wait, no. But you don't have a Bidoof down to happen to a B-Barrel. Oh, that's actually a big mistake here from... That could be huge. Yeah, that's a huge mistake from Yurko to not get the energy there. Because that could have been like all the energy you need to actually attack with the Greninja. That's a big mistake. I don't know if it doesn't even look like Yurko noticed. Yurko doesn't even seem like he noticed that he didn't take the energy. Gotta realize at some point though, you're like, wait a second, I'm missing like 2 cards from my hand. Did he grab lightning water? No, I think he just grabbed no energy. Is there any reason to not take energy? You wouldn't take energy if you plan to draw with B-Barrel next turn. Because it's possible you have too many energy in your hand. It depends how many energy in your hand. whether or not you should take energy off Shiver Chill if you plan to try and draw with B-Barrel next turn, because then your energy can get stuck in your hand before you find Candy Excalibur, and you like limit your draw power through B-Barrel. But there's no Bidoof on Yurko's bench. So with the fact that there's no Bidoof on the Yurko's bench, you definitely just like take 2 energy. You definitely just take 2 energy and draw 2 cards. So definitely a mistake there from Yurko. All right, Irida coming in from Angel. Wants to get down the triple Friggy. The whole squad's there. Greninja's prized. You are playing the Irida, so it would be a good time to take Heavy Ball, but can Angel afford to grab the Heavy Ball here is the question. That's the question. Can you afford to grab the Heavy Ball here? I don't think so. You got to get down the triple Friggy. Well, see, that would have been 2 energy. Yeah, Yurko would have had enough energy to attack with the Greninja on this turn. You could have gotten, it would have been +2 water in hand, +2 water in hand, that's 4 water, 2 to retreat, 3 to attack with Greninja. You wouldn't be using concealed cards in that sequence, but yeah, you wouldn't be using concealed cards in that sequence, but he must have gotten Water Lightning. No, he didn't. Those are in his hand before him. He just didn't get the energy. Here comes the Poffin. Got 1 Fridge. I assume it's going to be to get Fridge, Doof, has Fridge. So triple Fridge plus a Doof. Yeah, he actually didn't get any energy. Yeah, he just didn't get any energy. There was just no reason to do. He should definitely grab, for this situation, you should definitely grab 2 energy as Yurko, but there's still the potential of the Greninja attack. Bench Fridge? Has Pokestop. You don't want to give Yurko the Pokestop, though. Alright, benches it. Oh, are we thinking about Prime Catcher attached for the collect? Wait. Prime Catcher here might actually be genius, because then there's no Shivery Chill. Oh, wait, this is big. The collect. Got another B-Barrel. You don't need 2 of those. Now it's going to be hard for Yurko to find the energy to actually pull off the Greninja attack. You can't retreat Shivery Chill and then retreat again. And the Prime Catcher is prized for Yurko, so that's not even like a possibility to draw into. Also chose to hold on to the Pokestop to not give that to Yurko for more option. There is an Irida in hand, but I don't know if Yurko can piece it all together. The Irida's good, but is that enough to get to everything? Or is Yurko going to have to settle? Yurko might... And actually, this all comes back to not getting the energy off the Shivery Chill. This all comes back to not getting the energy off the Shivery Chill. Because Yurko has a superior in hand. So if Yurko had just had 2 energy in hand right here, could go attach, retreat, concealed cards, Candy Excalibur, superior, Greninja, KO2. That's actually huge. So the mistake from Yurko coming back to bite him. This is actually why I've started to make it a habit where I, like, when I do my prize checking off my first search, I take, immediately when I find the cards I'm going to take, I take them. Whatever I'm using. If I'm using a Nest Ball or Shivery Chill, like, as I'm checking my prize cards, I'll, like, take the 2 waters out and put them on top of my hand, and then continue checking my prize cards. Because I caught myself almost forgetting to take what I needed when I would play on PTCG Live. So I was like, all right, well, I can't make this a habit for when I play IRL, so I got to make sure I get the cards I need. So you should always take the card you need immediately. Yeah, just some thoughts. But yeah, I think this is going to prevent the... And we see Yurko lining up a Frigiback, so I feel like this definitely prevents Yurko from actually getting the knockout this turn. Now, will Angel have the KO on the next turn is a question. Angel does have a B-Barrel in hand, a Pokestop, has some draw power, but isn't guaranteed it. Definitely not guaranteed. I think Yurko did have it had the mistake not happened. Yeah, and also going for the Poffin now too. All right. Poffin for double Bidoof, I assume. There is a water in hand. But yeah, basically has given up on the turn 2. Turn 2 for 2. All right, yeah. Now Yurko has to set up the triple Fridge. Yurko actually only plays the 60 HP fridges, no 70 HP. No Sableye respect. 60s. What else are we doing here? I'm actually curious. It's a superior. Wait, is there no energy in the hand? Maybe I'm tripping. I thought there was an energy in the hand. There's 0 energy in the hand. Oh yeah, because Yurko attached to the Chi and Pow. Now I was going in with the Chi and Pow. So this makes it even easier for Angel to get the knockout next turn. Now all Angel... Wait, this is definitely another misplay from Yurko. Well, actually, Yurko's hand was so bad. Maybe it's not. But I guess like another mistake here from Yurko was actually attaching to the Chi and Pow. Because you need to concealed cards this turn. But now that you put a Chi and Pow in the active, it's so much easier for Angel to just get the 2-prize knockout by going Chi and Pow to Chi and Pow. So actually, I think for Yurko's situation, for where Yurko was, it's correct to get the Chi and Pow in the active to get energy to use concealed cards. He attached to Chi and Pow last turn, but shouldn't have. But yeah, all the misplays from Yurko are like compounding here, and it's getting worse and worse for Yurko. So you do love to see the punish. All right, there's a top deck of the Codebreaker here from Angel. Will Angel be able to... Immediately goes into the Codebreaker. Okay. To line up Candy. I assume Candy Ultra Ball is going to be the lineup here. Yeah, it is Candy Ultra Ball. I feel like this might be hard for Angel to actually get to the attack here. It's going to be Candy Ultra Ball. And then it's going to Ultra Ball. And then going to use Pokestop into the Candy Ultra Ball. And then needs to find like Chi and Pow Superior or something like that. He's going to lose because he did not Shiver Children 1. Yeah. And then after that, even just like attaching to the Chi and Pow was bad. Angel's hand is kind of awkward here. But it feels like you got to go. You had to go with the Codebreaker here first. Does have B-Barrel. Does have Candy backs and then draw with B-Barrel afterwards. But... All right, here we go. There's a stop. What else do we get? What's the third card? Another Ultra Ball? Is that good? That gets the Chi and Pow. If there's not one in hand. There might be one in hand, actually. What's behind that B-Barrel right there? What's hanging out over there? I can't tell what else is in the hand. There's some other stuff in there. Is that a Chi and Pow in the back of the hand? It might be. We maybe already had the Chi and Pow. Maybe the second Ultra Ball actually makes things more awkward than it's helpful. Oh, are we just Ultra Balling away the other Ultra Ball? Could we Ultra Ball away? Oof. I wonder if Angel could have Ultra Balled away the... I think it was an Iron Bundle. Ultra Ball away the Iron Bundle. Grab a Pokemon, and then Ultra Ball away that Pokemon with something else. Oh, wait, we have a B-Barrel in the hand. So we're Ultra Balling just for Chi and Pow here. Okay. Wait. Is that a Baxcalibur in the hand, then? Wait, why did we candy the... Oh, because it has 2 retreat costs, so it's fine. Okay. I was so confused there. Oh, we got all the energy. We got the knockout. That's the important part. The Iron Bundle being it on the bench is kind of awkward. Honestly, I think that was a mistake from Angel. Shouldn't we have... No, because we can't bench... Huh. I think this bench is really awkward for Angel. This bench sucks. But how can Yurko take advantage of this bench the best? What's the best way for Yurko to take advantage of this bench? I'm trying to think, like, what is the best way to do it? KO Bib? Yurko's Prime Catcher is prized. So KO Bib is not possible, right? We could attack with Greninja here as Yurko and KO double Fridge. You could go attack with Greninja and KO Fridge 90 on Baxcalibur and then threaten the Greninja KO next turn. That feels like the best play here. I'm very curious to see what Yurko goes with. Attacking with Chi and Pow seems like the worst possible play here from Yurko. Like just going Chi and Pow into a Chi and Pow to then just get Chien-Pao back seems terrible. But I don't know, maybe you just put Angel on that and be like, all right, I'm a Chien-Pao, you're Chien-Pao, you have to have Chien-Pao, and then you Chien-Pao me, and I'm a Chien-Pao, you're Chien-Pao, and then you have to have Chien-Pao. That's like the easiest thing for the deck to attack with, though, so that doesn't seem correct. There was an Ultra Ball. Here comes a Super Rod now from Yurko. Back to Chien-Pao. Oh, just the Iron Hands. Not even the Chien-Pao. Also, one less Super Rod to recover Greninja if we're going to attack with Greninja here. I feel like attacking with Greninja has to be the play here. And you either go Punch Fridge, Punch Backs, or you KO Fridge, KO Fridge. Just go for a 2-prize knockout and hope that Angel can't put together a hands knockout. Honestly, KO double Fridge and hope Angel can't attack with hands, I kind of like. I kind of like that play. There's 3 off the B barrel. Has Irida. Has Superior. Comes to concealed cards. See a Nest Ball. I think Yurko might have any option here, or just close to it. Definitely has Candy Backs. Yeah, close to it at the very least. Close to any options. Could hands. Hands doesn't make any sense, obviously. So it's either attack with Chien-Pao or attack with Greninja here from Yurko. There's a Candy. There's a Backs. So it looks like it is going to be an attack with Greninja here. The question is, does Yurko go for the split and go KO Fridge 90 on Backs to threaten KO Fridge, KO Backs next turn? Or do you just KO 2 Fridge Backs and leave it at that? Try and give yourself a chance to like draw your Prime Catcher off your prize cards. So you can maybe do something with that as well. And then, yeah, I think you do just that. I think you just go Greninja KO double Fridge here as Yurko and be like, all right, have Iron Hands. You just force Angel to have Iron Hands or a Greninja attack. Has Yurko used Stop? I actually don't remember. I don't think so. All for a Nest Ball. Doesn't feel good, but it's probably correct. We're not retreating, are we? What would you ever retreat into? Excalibur? Like I said, the Chien-Pao attack here feels pretty bad. Yeah, I like that. I think I like that play from Yurko. I think Yurko should go with KO double Fridge. KO double Fridge has to be the best play here. I could see like an argument for like 90 on B barrel. What if you went 90 on B barrel, 90 on Frigibax? No. 90 on B barrel, 90 on Excalibur. Yeah, what if you did that? What if you went 90 on B barrel, 90 on Excalibur? Is that ever a play? Is that a cool play ever? That way you threaten the B barrel next turn. And then the only way for Angel to get a 2-prize knockout is to utilize the Iron Bundle, which then you can push up a Frigibax. Now she goes for the double Fridge KO. It would have been a cool play, but I don't know if it's worth it. So also, I guess another play that Angel could have here, Angel can go for Iron Hands or can find Heavy Ball and then Greninja the double Fridge. Because there's 2 Fridge hanging out on Yurko's bench. We did not get Candy Backs here. So a couple of different options here for Angel. Angel also wants to get another Frigibax on the bench. Yurko's Prime Catcher is prize, but of course Angel doesn't know that, so Angel wants to play with the idea of putting another Frigibax on the bench, for sure. Are we going to see an opening with the Shivery Chill? He's going to open up with the Shivery Chill. How many waters are left? There's 2. There's the Lightning. So Hands works here. Greninja works here. And I believe does have an Irida in hand to potentially go get Heavy Ball. Could start with the Pokestop, of course, but why 4 energy on Ninja? I think just in case Angel uses Iron Bundle, I guess. That's the only thing I can think of. It's just like just in case Angel uses Iron Bundle or goes Boss KO back Excalibur. But like neither of those plays are that good. But I guess if it's that is a really bad Pokestop. It's kind of like better than nothing here. Like if Angel's play is KO Greninja or Boss KO back Excalibur, you're probably going Boss KO Backs or Boss KO B Barrel. If the Angel has nothing better. So in that case, Yurko has the extra energy on Greninja to chase something with. Although there's nothing great to go after here, I guess, with the Greninja attack anyways. But Boss KO Backs is a terrible move. Well, it would just be like if Angel's play is KO Greninja or Boss KO B Barrel. Like Boss KO B Barrel is probably better than KO Greninja, right? So then at least the Greninja could attack next turn from Yurko. Or if for some reason Angel decides to go Boss KO Backs Excalibur. But I don't know, it is just a terrible play. You're not wrong. It's not great. Boss KO Backs is pretty bad. I don't disagree with you. But I guess it's hedging against that possibility, right? All right, here comes the Super Rod. There's a Poffin in the hand. There's the Irida. Ooh, almost played that incorrectly. Well, probably not actually though. Are you really gonna Irida for the Friggy? You have a Poffin in hand. Probably not. So maybe it's not that bad. Here comes a Poffin. Has not used B-Barrel yet. Still has B-Barrel to use. So could go get the Heavy Ball. Could actually even like use Iron Bundle here. Well, if that happens, Yurko sends up Excalibur. You do want to get Iron Bundle off your bench here as Angel, but I don't think you want Excalibur to come up. All right, so here comes the Irida. Well, hang on. If you can attack with Iron Hands here, though, you can attack with Greninja, right? So you probably should use the Iron Bundle here as Angel, actually. If you can attack with Greninja, if you can attack with Iron Hands, you can attack with Greninja, right? Because you need a superior. One way or another, you need a superior. There's the Heavy Ball. So actually, we could have seen Angel get second Bidoof here. Use Iron Bundle, get second Bidoof, and then go with it like that. We could have, yeah, we could have actually seen, yeah, we could have actually seen that. Why not send a Lone Fridge to the bundle? Because Lone Fridge could get Iron Hands. So, like, the beginning of the sequence here from Angel probably should have been, like, use Frigibacks and then see what Yurko pushes. And if you send up Frigibacks as Yurko, then you threaten the KO. I guess if you put down second Bidoof, then it lets Yurko use Greninja to go KO Bidoof, KO Fridge, though. So maybe that's why you don't want to put down second Bidoof. I guess that's fair. That's the only thing I can think about. There's Canceling Clone. B-Bar for 5. Needs a Superior or the Vessel. This is the last draw power. Oh, no, you could conceal cards still. Is that a whiff? Oh, no. Oh, goodness. Yeah, could have hit Vessel or... Uh-oh. You appreciate the gifted sub there. Polyswag over to Tommy Tom. Welcome back to the pack, Tom. Now what do you do as Angel? Should Angel have kept an energy in the hand to potentially use concealed cards with this turn? That would have been the only other thing that Angel could have done, right? Angel could have held an energy and then gone... yeah, Angel could have held an energy. The other play that Angel can actually make this turn is actually retreat to Excalibur. If you retreat to Excalibur here, Yurko doesn't have a 2-prize option. Without Prime Catcher. We know Yurko's Prime Catcher is prized. Angel doesn't know that, though. So you could go use Iron Bundle and then bench Bidoof, retreat to... No, I guess you have to keep your own hands option open here as Angel. So you could still use Iron Bundle, I guess, here. Or do you just retreat? Goes for the knockout. Okay, goes for the knockout, but this gives Yurko the favorable prize trade, I guess. Right? Yeah, because now Yurko can go Chi and Pow knockout, which is the easiest thing to do with this deck. The easiest thing to do is attack with Chi and Pow. Well, I guess it might be a little bit easier to attack with Excalibur when you have it set up, but... yeah, now all of a sudden, it's Yurko's in the driving seat now. Ion to Iono KO bid with backs, Iono. But the Angel's Prime Catcher is gone, James. So you can't Prime Catcher the B-Barrel's chilling. Otherwise, that would be a pretty good line. Oh, we fucked. I think retreating to backs was the best play there from Angel. I think Angel should have gone... use Iron Bundle, but don't bench Bidoof. Retreat to Excalibur pass. And then on that board state, Yurko can only get a two prize turn with Prime Catcher. So you force the Prime Catcher plus an attacker out of Yurko. But now all Yurko needs is an attacker, no Prime Catcher. 6 minutes left as well. I don't think time is going to be an issue here. Yeah. I don't think time's still going to be an issue here. But it's an unfortunate sequence there for Angel. Honestly, the Iron Bundle is kind of fucking the bench still. Iron Bundle is so bad. That bastard. I don't know where we're at here with this for Yurko. Are we playing Nest Ball? Or we Nest Ball for Bidoof, and now we're playing Super Odd, right? Yeah. And then, yeah, all Yurko needs to do is attack with a Chi and Pow this turn to be ahead. Has an Ultra Ball in hand, has a Water in hand. Not sure what the thought is here. Has a Vessel in hand as well. I guess it's not guaranteed right now for Yurko, to be honest. Yurko still needs a little bit. Hasn't used Pokestop yet either, I believe. With that Vessel, though, could Yurko have gotten... Wait, shouldn't this Nest Ball have gotten a Chi and Pao? With the Vessel, couldn't we have recovered Super Auto back like Chi and Pao double energy? And then... Couldn't you Vessel back double energy? And then... Nest Ball for Chi and Pao... Super Rod back the energies, Vessel for 2 energy attach active, and then Chi and Pao for 2 energies. So we could have guaranteed it here from Yurko, I'm almost positive. He played Nest before Rod. Yeah, so if Yurko had just Rodded first, and then Nest for the Chi and Pao, we could have Super Rodded back some more energies, possibly. I don't know how many energy are in the deck, but we maybe needed to. And then Vessel plus Shivery Chill would have equaled 4 energy after retreating for turn. What's that card in the hand? Oh, it is the Vessel. So we can still Vessel plus... But it's a whiff! Is that a whiff? Wait, hang on. We still have Pokestop, though. There's a Vessel. You definitely Vessel... Oh, wait. We have this. We don't whiff. Wait, have we not played a supporter here yet? I guess not. Has it just been Pokestop? Oh, no. We have used Pokestop, right? Isn't that how we got the Super Rod? Maybe I'm trolling. Okay, so no whiff here from Yurko. So Yurko's about to go down to... Yurko's about to go down to 2 prize cards remaining with this knockout. And then how does Angel come back in this situation? So Chi and Pao's going to knock out the Chi and Pao. What is the play from Angel? There's still 2 Frigibacks in play, so you could attack with Greninja to draw 2 prize cards. There's the Pokestop. Greninja says bye. Wait, he's board locked? He's board locked, but does that matter? Just punch C-Pow with backs and then hands it? But Angel doesn't have a... Angel doesn't have a Gust. Angel doesn't have a Gust. Otherwise, that would work, right? Yeah, you could... Baxcalibur punch the Chi and Pao and then hands it, but Angel's out of Gust. But maybe as Angel, you just hope Yurko doesn't see that play. Greninja then hands. Greninja then hands also doesn't work. Wait. No, because you can't open up a bench space. You can't kill backs with anything? Oh, that's true. Wait, that is true. You'd have to backs the backs. That's so dumb. And then as Angel, you could go Greninja the backs plus the Chi and Pao, and then Greninja again. Wait, that's a genius play. And Yurko's not going to draw the Prime Catcher off the prize cards here because it's in the last 2. I guess the only thing is... No, that would work, right? So Yurko gets 2 prize cards. There's no Prime Catcher. So Angel can go punch with backs to then force Yurko... But then to force Yurko to punch with backs. But does Angel see that play? Okay. Wait. Push up the backs. Backs punch Pao into hands KO Pao for 3. And then Yurko has to respond by going punch backs with backs. Because, yeah, Yurko is board locked here. But even if Yurko wasn't board locked... Well, I guess if Yurko wasn't board locked, Yurko could have used Prime Catcher. Angel plays boss. Angel's boss got milled with Pokestop. So yeah, if Yurko wasn't board locked here, then Yurko could threaten Prime Catcher hands, right? But because of the board lock, Yurko can't threaten Prime Catcher hands. So this is actually a wild game now. And I think Angel sees the play, which is sick. We actually get to see this play out. They have 1 minute left. Oh, wait, is there enough time? Wait, Angel might not have enough time. No, dude, time is actually happening. No way, time is actually going to be the decider. This is why Angel should have scooped game 1 sooner. No way. Go, Angel. Play cards. Play cards. Dude, he's playing so slow. You can Cypher Maniac, put a Superior on top, and then just punch with the backs. No, the Iono's going to take too long. No. Wait, but could this actually work out in Angel's favor? punch. Wait, but there's 2 Frigibacks on the bench. If Yurko can't evolve the Frigibacks... Wait, hang on. It's going to be turn 0, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. No, because you always open up a bench space for Yurko, right? Oh, and that's time right there. I think I saw the judge's hand get involved. So now as Angel... So now as Angel, you have to commit to the Greninja play, right? You have to Greninja KO double Frigibacks and hope that hands doesn't happen. Right? That's got to be your play. Because you don't have enough time to do this slower play. 1, 2... No! You can't afford... Wait, maybe... Okay, the only other outcome here would be Yurko doesn't see the hands play. Does Yurko not see the hands play? All right, draw 5. That could be the outcome here now. Yo, appreciate the 7 months there, Alpha. Pokestop's available as well, but you probably don't want to risk milling your own hands here as Angel. What is wrong with this play? It doesn't have enough time. Right now, Angel's turn 0. And then what's going to happen theoretically? So what happens theoretically here is Angel is turn 0. Honestly, vacuum away the stop I don't hate. So Angel is turn 0, and then Yurko's turn 1, and Yurko's going to go retreat to Baxcalibur, punch with Baxcalibur into... Oh! No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, Yurko's going to go punch with Baxcalibur to KO Baxcalibur. Hands mill, but did find the Super Rod. Yurko's going to punch the backs with the backs, and then Angel has to go... Greninja, 90 to Chien Pao, 90 to Baxcalibur, or punch backs with backs. No, Greninja and then Greninja again. But there's not enough. Angel needs 3 turns, but only has 2. That's the problem. Yeah, Angel needs 3 turns, but only has 2. So right now, Angel is hoping that Yurko... Right now, Angel is hoping that Yurko just knocks out the backs with the Chien Pao and doesn't see Iron Hands KO for 3. Is Angel's out here. Yeah, Yurko did Yurko's Prime Catcher is prized, which makes things actually that doesn't even matter anymore at this point, right? I don't think Yurko sees it, to be honest. I will find out soon. Yurko's thinking through it. Yurko needs to evolve both Frigis, right? Just wins with Greninja on Pow and Frigi. No, Ninja doesn't KO. Wait. 130. Oh, wait. Wait, Greninja still wins, dude. I just did the math wrong. Wait, Greninja KOs Chien Pao. Dude, I thought it was 10 short. I'm trolling, bro. I thought it was 10 short. I was like, we need a Greninja twice because we need to hit the Chien Pao twice. We only need to hit it once. Wait, that's just game then, right? Angel just wins. Dude, I thought we were going to get to 210. I don't know where my math was going. I thought Baxcalibur hit for 220. Wait, this is a crazy late game play in the mirror match. I've never seen a mirror match develop to this point. This is actually crazy. It's because of the lack of gust on both sides. The lack of gust and access to hands is what made this game so weird. But usually you just go gust hands and the game's over. Azul gaslit us into not knowing addition. Dude, this has actually been such a great mirror match. I thought this mirror match was going to be terrible. I mean, game 1 was pretty... I went first. And game 2 was actually kind of the same way too, but this game 3 is actually really heating up. Second B-Barrel out here for Yurko. Yeah, that extra fridge on the bench. And, triple fridge. This is why triple fridge sucks. Look at... We're watching it live. Yurko playing around the hands. Just passes. Over to Angel. Attach, retreat, and yeah, the Greninja snipe KO. Angel with the dub, bro. That's a crazy set. All right, prediction started. Oh, some kind of comfy deck. Okay. And the comfy deck is going first. So you got that turn 2, couple nest balls in the hand. That's pretty good too. Threaten the Greninja, turn 2. Yeah, so it is a lost box. I wonder if the Rotom's in there or not. I wonder if there's the Rotom in there. Yeah, so lost box versus Guardy. I honestly don't know what is favored in this matchup. I also don't know if Giovanni plays. The Erie's prized. That can be a big card for hitting resources. 2 Dark Energy prized. So you got to be careful with those in the early game. Make sure you have access to like the Roaring Moon to KO. The Guardy EX at some point, possibly. The Erie is a good tool in this card, of course, in this matchup, of course. And then I don't know if Giovanni plays Jirachi. Jirachi is also a really big deal, for sure, to stop Sableye from just knockout after knockout after knockout. Nest Ball and maybe a Poffin there, actually. And there's the Poffin. Going to get at least 1 more Comfey, but you could go for 2. Depends how many switch cards are in the hand. And it still leaves open 2 other bench spaces for attackers, because Greninja is also an attacker in this matchup, possibly. Yeah, the big question is, does Giovanni play the Jirachi or not? That's the big question. Attach Retreat. Okay. Probably should have, if there was a switch card in hand, should have started with the switch card in case you end up with the escape board, right? I guess, yeah. That makes a little bit more sense, but goodbye Super Rod and kept Iron Hands. That can be a big attacker in the matchup as well, because it can get 2 prize cards on the smaller stuff and then can't be KO'd unless you put a tool on like the bigger Pokemon. Like you can't knock it out with a, the biggest thing is you can't knock it out with Guardy EX. Guardy EX cannot KO the Iron Hands. So you have to go into like a Drifloon with a tool, and then you can you play Vacuums, and you could also Sableye. It sets up for like a Sableye knockout possibly. There's the Jirachi in there. I see the Jirachi. So it does have the Jirachi. The big thing here is like, how scared are you of like a turn 2? I think there's an Iono in the hand and an Ultra Ball, so you could probably get Manaphy here for sure, right? You could probably get the Manaphy here, I assume. With like Ultra Ball. You have the TM Evo in hand. So you can go like attach TM Evo active. Bench Ralts out of hand. Ultra Ball for Manaphy. Iono. Draw an energy, I assume. And then, yeah, draw an energy, I assume, and then use TM Evo there. Get your double curly and get going, get cooking. I lost the Lost Box playing Guardy because of Iron Bundle. Oh, also the Fluttermane is also a question, right? Do you ever grab Fluttermane and retreat to Fluttermane over... Yeah, do you ever retreat to Fluttermane over using TM Evo? Actually, that's curious. I'm actually not sure what the correct play is there. I don't know. I don't know how important it is for you to get your Curlias out versus slowing down the Lost Zone player. Well, we saw the TM Evo was kept over getting Ultra Balled away, so I think that means we're going for the TM Evo here. And there is the Manaphy. Probably Evo. I don't hate it. Slowing them down seems kind of cool too, though. I'm not sure. Another question would be, does Fernando play the Iron Bundle? I feel like most lists that I've seen recently don't have the Iron Bundle. I'm actually curious. I'm going to take a look at the results from Stockholm real fast. I'm pretty sure Hermione did not play the Iron Bundle. I could have been wrong on that, though, to be honest. I could be wrong on that. Hermione, no Iron Bundle. Brent didn't play Iron Bundle. Stian did play the Iron Bundle. We'll see if Fernando has the Iron Bundle or not. There's the TM Evil. Triple Ralts out now. That's good. Here we go. Squad's going to get evolved up. A couple Curlias for next turn. And then we'll also have to find bench space for the Jirachi next turn as well, because we'll probably see the Lost Zone get in range for the threat of Sableye, which you want to play around. They can bundle Colress Prime Catcher. Well, I mean, the point is like to try and use Comfeys with Colress. The thing is, you're trying to not have to not use your supportive return. You're trying to use Colress in as many Comfeys as possible. You're trying to build your Lost Zone as soon as possible. There's definitely an energy in hand here for Fernando, and then also has some switch cards. Actually has the Prime Catcher, so we could see like Prime Catcher KO Manaphy. Immediately goes into the Poffin here. Is thinking about another Comfey? So it wanted to shuffle the deck there to get access to the cards that are on the bottom of the deck, I assume. There's no reason to play this Poffin unless that's what you wanted to do. And then, are we right into the flower selectings, or are we going to use concealed cards? Into the flower selecting we go. Looks like another super rod to me. Nope, it's a vacuum, actually. I have to trade off of an energy, maybe? Not sure what that card is. It is an energy. Concealed cards coming in now. Curious as to why we didn't start with that. But I guess maybe keeping it around for the retreat option. There's definitely a switch card in there, I think. And has that prime catcher as well. Ooh, skateboard. Always nice to find early. I doubt Giovanni actually plays a vacuum, so that is probably going to stick and play for the rest of the game. Give up on a dark energy there to keep the cram. Might be a cram prime angle. Does have a switch card, though. So could switch card first into the other Comfy and use another. I would probably try and maximize your Comfy uses here to try and find that Colress. Yeah, I'd like to see switch card into that third Comfy. Use that first. Now it looks like Fernando agrees. Well, maybe not. Hold up. Undecided? Unsure? Yes? No? Maybe? Ooh, I don't know. Why not? Oh, has a boss. That's why. Was eyeing up the prime catcher, so I didn't even think about that. It's pretty good. Yeah. Go KO the Ralts with the 60. KO the Guardi or the Curlia with the 60 HP Ralts under it. So if you want to put that Ralts back in play from that Curlia, it has less HP for Sableye. Yeah, though. I mean, the boss play is solid. I don't mind the boss play here too much, to be honest. They were like eyeing up the prime catcher. I was like, if we're going with the prime catcher, we may as well. We're going with the prime catcher here. We may as well use that switch card for one more Comfy. But I don't mind the boss here. It's pretty reasonable. Might be hard to find a good boss play later on as well when you're getting like Iono spammed. So saving your prime catcher as well to like line up Roaring Moon. Saving your prime catcher for Roaring Moon KO on Guard EX is also a pretty big deal. You want to try and like line that up. He probably should have used Nest Ball for Flutter Mane and retreat into that because now he doesn't have bench space for a Jirachi plus attacker. I mean, Guardi EX is the attacker, though. Guardi EX is an attacker, though. And then, because attacking with the little stuff doesn't make a whole ton of sense in this matchup because it all dies. You want to attack with something they can't KO as efficiently. They can Roaring Moon it, but... it's a lot. All right, going to the Curlias does get rid of the counter catcher here. Might just be another TM Evo angle here to get back a Curlia and then get into the Guardi EX. Super Rod already getting used. Squad's coming back. And then TM Evo. No, hold up. We're not done yet. Poffin. You definitely want to get more Curlias out here and just draw into the Guardi for sure as well. Jirachi? You got to go with Jirachi here, right? Got to go Jirachi. Got to go Jirachi. Actually, if you don't go... no, you do play Turo. Yeah, okay. I was about to panic here. I was like, there's no way we don't get Jirachi here. All right, there we go. 2 more Curlias on the way. For Fernando, though, do you just Prime Catcher KO another Curlia? That feels like that's probably the play here for Fernando. But this is where stuff starts to feel like it scales out of control. Like, now it's going to get tough, I feel like. Now it gets tough. Hands now? Ooh, hands. Hands is a good one, actually. Yeah, hands would be good. A hands KO. I could get behind that for sure. Yeah, hands has got to be a big player in this matchup too, right? Got to force those smaller attackers into play to be able to deal with it. Plays Palpad as well, so could Palpad back the boss and have another Gust effect to work with later? I feel like no matter what here from Fernando, you're going to be Prime Catchering up a Curlia. And you'd ideally KO with hands, but if you have to KO it with... all right, Pokestops out. If you have to KO it with a Cram, you're not feeling terrible about that. Oh, there's your Colress. Did get a gate, but it would have been nice to find that Colress as well. I wonder if we should have started with concealed cards, to be honest, from Fernando. Going after the Manaphy. So there's a Super Rod down at this point. So this could open up the possibility for a Greninja play on the next turn. I don't hate this play from Fernando. Now we get into the Comfy here. Goodbye Town Store. And kept, I believe it was the 4 Seal Stone. Which I guess makes sense, because that's the only other tool you're probably ever going to try and find. Here comes Greninja. No Colress used so far here. And will continue to not be used here from Fernando. There is a switch in hand, so we could retreat to a Comfy. No, don't play the switch. You have a skateboard on your active. All right, Fernando, reevaluating. Thank goodness. That would have been really bad. That would have been... It would have been that bad, but it's pretty inefficient. That's not what you want to do. Immediately snaps on that Comfy. There's a vacuum. That could be big to remove a tool card later off something that KOs an Iron Hands, but no attack with Iron Hands this turn, like Fernando probably would have liked. Wait. Do we have another switch in hand? All right, we're doing it again. Comfy. No Colress. Still no Colress. There better be a switch card in this hand here for Fernando. I didn't think I saw one, but I'm assuming there is one if we went for this extra Comfy here. Is not attached for turn. I think that is a switch in there. I think I see a gold switch in there. Definitely needs to make sure. Hopefully it's checked the prize cards up to this point and knows that there's enough energy in the deck to attack with Greninja. Especially if we're going after this Manaphy KO. This actually makes me think, should Fernando have KO'd Manaphy last turn instead of the Kirlia? Like, why are we going after Manaphy now instead of last turn? Is it maybe there's a Super Rod down? There's a Super Rod gone. Wait, does Fernando play Canceling Cologne? Yo, that would be epic. Is the Super Rod here, I don't know, putting a lot of energy back in your deck when you haven't found a Colress yet still? I don't know. But is there a Canceling Cologne possibly? I doubt it. It'd be pretty sick though. Yep, switch into Cram. Could still attach for turn. Hasn't attached for turn, so could put an energy on the Greninja. I almost kind of want to see an energy attached to the Greninja here. So it's one less thing you need on the following turn. Opts to not do it. Here's when the Iono start hitting pretty hard, though. If Giovanni can find them. And we see immediately discards the Arven. So it's definitely looking for... Oh, no, there's an Iono in the hand. We're set up for this turn already here from Giovanni. Going with the Ultra Ball. What is even worse? Are we just attacking with Guardi EX here? Actually, I don't even know. What else would be good to attack with here? Thinking about going with the Flutter Mane. Okay. So Flutter Mane will do 90 to the Cram. You can spread some damage to the bench. And Cram cannot attack it. But that's now bench locked out of Manaphy. So... Ninja is a possible attacker here. Ooh, and it's going to get the KO on that escape boarded and then the Iono as well. So pretty disruptive turn happening. Like I said, I would like to have seen that energy get attached to the Greninja. Just be like one step closer to the attack from Fernando. But didn't attach. Just held the energy. Now needs a gate and an energy. Still has yet to play a Colress. Fernando has yet to play a Colress still. Also, could have played... There was a Palpad in the hand there, I think, for Fernando. Could have recovered Colress and Boss. Maybe was thinking of trying to wait until the next turn after using another use of Pokestop, though. You should do 90 on Cram and Counter Catcher next turn to take 2 prizes. Yeah, honestly, trapping the Cram in the active would have been pretty good, to be honest. I don't hate that. I kind of... Actually, yeah, with you mentioning that, I kind of like that. A bunch of tool cards found here for Giovanni. There's still 2 targets here, though. There's still 2 targets in play here, though, for Fernando to get 2 prize cards on in the Flutter Mane and the Bench Kirlia. This Flutter Mane will have, what, 40 damage, also 50 HP left. Doesn't really matter too much. Could even... Actually, that Bravery Charm opens up like an interesting opportunity here for Fernando, where Fernando can actually go 90 to the Jirachi, and then... Fernando can go 90 to the Jirachi and then vacuum it and then Sableye on that turn. That actually is that could be a pretty cool play, actually. Fernando sends up the Greninja, so can't use concealed cards, but if you send up a Comfy, you can't use a Comfy either. So playing very heavily for the attack with Greninja here. Immediately starts with the Pokestop use. Switch card in an Ultra Ball, loses the Raikou. Raikou, honestly, like a decently powerful attacker in this matchup, just so like, because you can attack anything with it. When you're this far ahead, it's okay to like put a 2-prizer out there, I feel like, just to make sure you're staying aggressive. Comes an Ultra Ball from Fernando. Iron Hands would also be a decent attacker here as well. Could see an Iron Hands get grabbed here. The Sableye does go to the discard pile. The Jirachi, of course, is still established in play, but like I mentioned, there is like that possibility for that Sableye play where we could go like attack with Greninja this turn, put 90 on the Jirachi, and then go for like Vacuum Sableye on a following turn. It looks like eyeing up the Roaring Moon. No, does opt for the Iron Hands. I assume that would be what we'd want to go for. And Fernando agrees. Iron Hands is the route here. Still no Colress. There is a Colress in hand finally. There is finally a Colress in hand. We do have a Colress here for Fernando. I believe. I think there's one in there. There we go. First Colress of the game. All the gates left as well in the deck. So it is possible to hit like double gate here for sure. I see one gate. I see two. I think I see two gates. And a vacuum. And no energy. That's another big thing. There's no energy hit here. And we did Super Odd. The Super Odd I kind of questioned on that previous turn. We do have a lot of energy in the deck here. And this Iron Hands will like demand a response from Giovanni. Like, you can't just let this Iron Hands chill. Although, I can't KO Guardy, but I could punch Guardy, I guess. You're definitely taking the gates, but do you take the vacuum as well? What are we giving up here at the trade-off of the vacuum? Fernando's not sure. Luminion? I think Super Odd is one of the cards as well. Yeah, Super Odd. Both vacuums gone, so no way to remove the tools anymore here for Fernando. Does have that double gate, though. The double gate's online. And I believe there's plenty of energy in the deck to find here with the gates. Doesn't even need this Super Rod to make it happen. But you do want the Super Rod for recovery later. Wait, am I tripping? Oh, wait, we're going to attack with Greninja. Thank jeez, bro. I panicked. I was like, wait, what? Wait, what about the hands? Wait, is the hands not better here, though? I thought we were going to go with the hands attack. And then I panicked when hands was on the bench. But Fernando wants to go with the Greninja attack. But I kind of like the hands attack a little bit more. But maybe this is better. I'm actually not sure, to be honest. Because I feel like the hands forces... I don't hate taking out more draw power. That's true. I don't hate taking out more draw power either. Yeah, all right. I mean, the hands is still there as like a backup attacker to be used later. Thinking about the Super Rod, but there's not a ton of energy in the discard pile here. Only one. Why not vacuum the cape, then kill both Curlias? Because you have too many good cards in hand, I think. Also, then you'd lose another Super Rod, so you'd have one Super Rod left. All right, so I assume it's got to be Curlia and Fluttermane here. Going down to 2 prize cards left. I feel like our Iron Hands is probably getting KO'd here by a Drifloon, but that does mean the Cram could KO the Drifloon in response. Immediately with an Eerie, does hit the Super Rod and the Switch Cart. 2 gates left. I believe 1 Super Rod left as well. I didn't see what the 2 prize cards were there immediately. Immediately just like snap played the Eerie. Didn't even use Curly at first. I don't hate the Eerie use there, I don't think. What are you going to do here as Giovanni, though? What are we going to do about this Iron Hands? Are we going to leave the Iron Hands? We have is there a counter catcher? I feel like there is a counter catcher. There is a counter catcher. Going to start with the Curlia. Does have Drifloon in the deck, so could like Gust KO it if we can find a tool card. There's Arvin. We already played Eerie, so I guess that's not happening. Yeah, we snap played Eerie. KO Iron Hands would have been interesting, but it does like allow us just the Cram to just knock it out. Maybe it's better to just go with Guardy here. I guess you're not... The Iron Hands can't Gust, right? There's no Gust for Fernando left. Well, there is a Pal Pad left. There is Pal Pad left. So you could Pal Pad, get Boss back. You need a lot here, though, from Fernando to pull that off. I don't know if Giovanni should play around that, to be honest. Probably not. It's probably fine for Giovanni to approach it like this. Uses Pokestop. What is Giovanni looking for here so aggressively? I guess maybe Manaphy? But if we're KOing Greninja, we should be fine, right? Does Fernando play 2 Boss? No. Boss, Prime Catcher, and a Pal Pad. I guess could play 2 Boss, but that'd be kind of wild to play with a Pal Pad, I feel like. I feel like that's like, well, I mean, that wouldn't be that crazy. I don't think plays it, though. But Fernando has a lot of time to draw 2 prize cards. A lot of time to draw 2 prize cards. Wouldn't KO on hands mean you're putting Lux Cape in play, which means you just lose a spit as the other two tools are on board? That is true, actually. I didn't think about that. The only other tool left is the Lux Cape. So yeah, you probably can't afford to go that route ever. That is true. So do you actually have to, with that in mind, actually, do you have to counter catcher the hands this turn and punch it? I almost feel like you have to preemptively punch it. You actually don't have a way to cleanly one-hit KO the hands without giving up 2 prize cards yourself. Yeah, so Giovanni does go after it. I guess you don't lose to a Greninja Snipe on board. There's only the Ralts in play that Greninja could go after. Fernando, of course, does have that Roaring Moon left as well that could get the KO on this Gardevoir. But you could just like punch with hands for this turn for 160 and then work on those last 2 prize cards next turn, I guess. Or maybe you just try and switch card the hands out of the active, actually, and just preserve it. Maybe punch with Cram and force Giovanni to have another Gust effect next turn to chase it down. All right, just going to punch for 190. And Guardy's got a ton of damage on it now. I mean, Turo is a possibility here on the next turn from Giovanni. What got shuffled back in with the Palpad? I assume Turo had to have gotten shuffled back in there. Yeah, Fernando can just win this turn. Doesn't have that many cards left in deck, to be honest. Could win this turn with Roaring Moon. Has switch card in hand. Goes into the stop. That's a lot of good cards. We got Palpad, Super Rod, Nest Ball. That's the last rod. Here comes the Colress. Could have Nest Balled for the Roaring Moon right now. Oh. Nope. Immediately into the Colress. Here we go. What do we got? Ooh, no gates. A lot of switch cards, though. And I believe a Dark Energy. Keeps the Heavy Ball. Keeps the Heavy Ball. Wait, what's prized? Now, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's nothing prized. Okay, I think that's game. 3 cards left in deck. Wait, do we have 2 switch cards? Wait, do we have enough? No, we have game right now. There we go. Dark, Psychic. I believe there was nothing. The what's it called never makes any sense, right? Yeah, the Heavy Ball never makes any sense there. I'm pretty sure there was nothing prized. Yeah, there we go. Fernando takes game 1 over Giovanni. What were the big standout moments there? What was the... I mean, the biggest thing was like, should Giovanni have pushed Fluttermane early game? Was like the big thing, right? Not checking prize card strikes again. That's probably, honestly, that's probably why Fernando took the Heavy Ball, was just like, I don't know if my moon is prized or not. I'll take this. That could have been it for sure. Just in case. Yeah, I guess that was it. It's like, sorry, I think I have it without it, but just in case it is prized. Yeah, the Fluttermane, that would have been something from Giovanni. Could have pushed Fluttermane more aggressively to slow down Fernando. Yeah, that could have been something. But besides that, I don't know if there's much Giovanni could have done, to be honest. Was there much else Giovanni could have done? I don't know if there was much, to be honest. It was tough. Yeah, it was tough at the end there. Yeah, and Fernando only playing 2 Colress the whole game, decked out pretty quickly still. The Pokestop, I guess, did stick in play. I don't know if Giovanni... I think Giovanni does play the Collapse, but didn't find it. Yeah, the Pokestop just kind of chilling there, and Fernando getting to use it turn after turn after turn was definitely nice for Fernando. Mulligan here from Giovanni. I assume Giovanni... Actually, I don't know. Will Giovanni be going first? You go first or second in this matchup? I actually don't really have a clue. I would assume first so you can try it. But, like, your chance of pushing Fluttermane if you go first is not that high. Well, we'll see what Giovanni thinks is correct here when we start this up, if they think going first or second is correct. Not really scared. Like, it can happen. Like, you could get turn 1 Greninja. It's just not very likely. All right, here we go. That hand's pretty good. First or second. It's got options. I don't know if there was an Arven in there. Ooh, Greninja's prize. Ralts' prize. Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I saw a lot of Pokemon, but yeah, it's not that bad. Both prize cards are like fine. And Giovanni chose first. Does have that Poffin. Does have an Evo for next turn. Here comes the Heavy Ball. Gonna get the Greninja. Has a Heavy Ball off the rip. That's pretty good. There's a Ralts prize as well. I mean, I guess you ever just go for the Ralts instead versus the immediate draw power now versus the more setup for the late game later. And that has to be the debate here that Giovanni's thinking about. Is do I go for that now, the draw power of Greninja now, or do I try and get the quad Ralts set up on the next turn? I'm not doing anything for 2 turns, so drawing a ton of cards doesn't help me for a little while. Does settle on the Greninja, though. I'm not sure actually what's correct, to be honest. I'm not sure what's correct there. They both seem fine. I guess getting Greninja here does give you a chance to draw into... Getting the Greninja here gives you a chance to draw into the Flutter Mane, right? So that way you could actually slow down Fernando further. Or potentially slow down Fernando. You have a Poffin as well. Yeah, there's the Poffin hand. So you at least have 2 Ralts. 2 Ralts are on the way for sure, guaranteed. Yeah, that does give you the out to get to the Flutter Mane by getting the Greninja. So I think that makes sense. Okay, here we go. Greninja for 2. Didn't play the what's it called first there. Didn't play the Poffin first. So it was okay with drawing a Ralts. I don't feel like they don't. Well, I guess also you need Manaphy, right? You don't need Manaphy this turn, I guess, but you do want it eventually. Also to guaranteed we get 2 Ralts and Flutter. You can't search Flutter off of Poffin. You have to Nest Ball or Ultra Ball for it because it's got 90 HP. I don't think I see... I don't know if I saw a Nest Ball there. I definitely didn't see the Flutter Mane there. Let's see if anything else happens this turn. Yep, no out to the Flutter Mane. So it is just going to be a pass from here. Turn 1 Cram looking pretty good for Fernando. They can find it. I see a Pokestop. I see a Poffin. Has some energy. We are going to probably open up with that Poffin here. Get the thin the Comfies out of the deck. And then maybe we just throw on the Pokestop and use it, to be honest. Oh, well, I don't know if that's true, actually, because we might... There is the Town Store in hand as well. So if we draw into a V Pokemon or a Nest Ball for a V Pokemon, we would prefer to maybe force Sealstone for a Colress instead. Yeah, that would be like the thing we probably want to wait on here as Fernando. Just use Greninja first, maybe use one of the Comfies. And then from there decide, do we put out Pokestop or do we put out the Town Store? That's why Klefki is very good. Yeah, otherwise it is why the Klefki is. I think it just depends. Yeah, Klefki seems worth it if like there's enough Lost Zone decks in the format. It doesn't just shut down the Comfies, it shuts down the Greninja. It's pretty cool. All right, the concealed cards are in. 1, 2, switch and a skateboard. That's not bad. See 4 more cards before we decide on Pokestop versus Town Store. Actually, there might be an Ultra Ball in hand as well. We could go for Luminion for Colress. Obviously, you don't want to go for Luminion. Yeah, there is the Ultra Ball in the hand, but I think you'd rather be aggressive than not. So I think we just start with using a couple Comfies, and then maybe... Oh, wait. Is eyeing up the Ultra Ball right now? It's just getting aggressive. It has to be for Luminion, though, right? There's no reason to do this and not get Luminion. I don't hate this. I actually don't hate this, to be honest. If you think you're gonna, you would much prefer to use Colress before you use your Comfies. So if you feel like you're gonna have to end up with using the Colress or using the Luminion anyways, just starting off with it makes it so your hand is a lot more synergistic, I guess. And then also, you do have access to the Force Seal Stone now through the town store. Oof. A lot of gates. If you give up the Sableye here, then Giovanni doesn't have to put Jirachi in play. But you want the Nest Ball for the Cram? Ooh, I don't know about that. We could have given up one of the gates there, maybe. Gates are really important, though, of course, you know, to attack with the hands, attack with the moon, maybe even attack with Luminion in this instance as well. There's the Nest Ball. Here comes Cram. But now Giovanni gets a free bench space to work with. Giovanni does not have to put Jirachi in play. Fernando probably only plays the one Sableye. So, could get to 7 and snipe both Ralts. That's true. We could see the 7 happen here. It's pretty unlikely. It is pretty unlikely. Like, the hand is like 3 Mirage Gates. Well, actually, those are pieces you need, actually. I take it back. It's still unlikely, though. Colress versus Super Rod. No Super Rod's gone. 1 prized. I feel like you're probably going with this Colress here. What Giovanni thinks. Yeah, I don't think we're getting to 7 with this hand. I don't think we're getting to 7, but... Yes, I feel like the Super Rod's the correct give there. Got the board already. Fernando's found the board really, really fast both games already. Or really early in both games so far. Which always feels really good. Would like a switch card here. A Colress and... I don't know what that is. Might have been the Prime Catcher. Prime Catcher's pretty good. But Force Sealstone is also really good. So which one do you burn here as Fernando? Do you Gust KO the Ralts? Or do you use the Force Sealstone to get a switch card? Prime Catcher's really good. Force Sealstone is also really good. KO and a Ralts is also good, though. And is going to settle for the Ralts on the KO on the Ralts here. Goodbye, Ralts. And then we should probably see the Greninja push up here from Giovanni, I guess. Yeah, Greninja gets sent up. That does not die to Cram. Hey, you could even Force Seal Stone on this next turn, I guess, and go get... Force Seal Stone on this next turn and go get that boss, I guess, and Gust again if you really wanted to. Is that a Gardevoir? I think that's a Gardevoir. All right, so we can get Poffin. Poffin becomes Manaphy to protect our bench from the Greninja snipe. And then also gets us another Ralts. TM Evo, get 2 Curlias online. We're still on pace as Giovanni here. So we're not that far behind here. Not that far behind. And we already have the Team Evo in hand, so we could grab like a Cape or a Bravery Charm or something. Oh, I guess we we do get 2 Curlias here, yeah, as well. Yeah, so we still end up with 2 Curlias. I don't know about the Prime Catcher play, to be honest. I mean, it seems fine. Prime Catcher is just like such a powerful card. I almost want to like see Fernando hold it, but it's probably fine. So I gotta imagine on this next turn here. Ooh, actually, now that I'm kind of thinking about this a little bit more, should we have pushed up Screamtail? No, never mind. I was gonna say and put Bravery Charm on it so we don't die to Iron Hands, but you can't TM Evo and Bravery Charm the same Pokemon. That's cheating, so don't mind me. All right, here we go. Evo, both Ralts, double Curlias. So now I think for Fernando, we look for the Iron Hands play, right? Grand Punch the active is pretty bad. Our Sableye's gone. So it's got, yeah, Hands is like our play here. Or, I mean, Boss KO Manaphy is not terrible, I guess. Yeah, Boss KO Manaphy isn't terrible. It's not that good either. I think the Hands play has got to be the play that we want. And we have a Colress in hand. We got 3 Gates in hand. I think we might have Iron Hands in hand here as well. And we have access to Force Shield Stone through the town store as well here. So... shouldn't be too hard to pull off the hands here, to be honest. We'll see. A couple more energy. That's not great, of course. Just eyeing up the town store. Maybe there isn't a Colress in hand. I thought there was one. We did Lost Zone one. They're all the gates. The gates are in. I know I did see the Forest Seal Stone in there, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there it is. They're not going back in immediately, so maybe there is a course in the hand. We'll see. Did Giovanni go first or second this game? First. Oh, just gonna dig with Comfy. We do that also does give the Town Store over to Giovanni, but does have double vacuum left in this instance. So counter catcher versus Comfy. I feel like actually, honestly, I guess the counter catcher like. Another Comfy just really doesn't do that much. But that is our second Comfy in the Lost Zone. So now if one of our Comfys gets KO'd, we actually only have one Comfy in play. All right, here we go. V-Star. We're going into the Colress. Need to find the Iron Hands. I'm not sure where it is right now. Oh, it's in the discard pile. There it is. So the Colress needs to find like Nest Ball. We need to find like what? Nest Ball Super Rod off of Colress here. That's a bit. That's a little bit. I appreciate the 6 months there time. What is that card? Oh, just going for the boss play again, though. Boss on a Kirlia. Only one Kirlia in play for Giovanni here. Limited draw power. Cram knockout. That's what we saw exactly in the last game as well from Giovanni. I think Giovanni probably would have gone with the Iron Hands if it was a possible play, but not possible here. So, still gets the prize card for the turn. Greninja is once again pushed up here from Giovanni. They say Giovanni? Fernando is what I meant. Excuse me. So what is the play here from Giovanni then? You just go Guardy, knock out the active. Do you ever like counter catch the Luminion before it gets shuffled back into the deck potentially? That could be a play. There is the Guardy. No Ralts in play, though. You have to get some Ralts in play here from Giovanni, right? There's a Super Rod, though. Okay. Super Rod and Arven this turn. Arven for Poffin, Super Rod for the Ralts. Could Iono as well, and then try and just draw into the Ralts. But you don't want to just lose to Roaring Moon. So you definitely need to get a Ralts in play this turn. Or you want to get a Ralts in play this turn. Disrupting this turn seems pretty good. Actually, is there no Arven in the hand? I thought there was one, but there might actually be any. So with that in mind, you kind of got to go with the Iono then. Well, yeah, you don't really have a choice. I guess if you don't attack with Guardy this turn, then yeah, you could just not attack with Guardy this turn and that'd be fine. Oh, there's an Arven in the hand. You could just not attack with Guardy this turn. You could attack with some other... You could attack with Screamtail, actually. You could get Screamtail involved. Something like that. Or Fluttermane. We could get Fluttermane involved here as well. Potentially. There's a Poffin. Yeah, the problem is if you attack with the Guardy... Yeah, the problem is if you attack with the Guardy, you risk just getting knocked out by Moon and then not having a Guardy next turn, which is not good. So maybe we attack with Screamtail here. And the question is, do you KO the Cram or do you snipe the Comfy on the bench? I almost like the idea of sniping Comfy on the bench, but we see actually the Drifloon getting lined up here from Giovanni. So maybe it's going to be a Drifloon knock out the active here. There's the Guardy. Does have Counter Catcher in hand, so could go after Luminion this turn, but looks like he's just going to settle for the punch on the active. I almost feel like we could have done this with Screamtail, though, and then preserved the... Well, I guess we'll see. I guess you could go big here and kill Luminion, but you could have done that with Screamtail as well, right? Yeah, it's going to be the chase on Luminion. That keeps Cram around, though, which is kind of weird. Yeah, that keeps Cram alive. So that means Cram can just come back and knock you out. But I guess it's fine. Get you a knockout. We'll get you 2 prize cards here. Fernando has the response. And there is a little bit... You still have some decent amount of draw power in play, I guess. Greninja plus the option of a Kirlia. It's actually like... I feel like this is why it's like such a big deal to... On Fernando's side... I mean, I guess Iron Hands is what you're going to look for here for Fernando. This is like why it feels like such a big deal to actually keep your Sableye around to make Giovanni's bench awkward. Like, imagine if Giovanni had to have Jirachi on the bench here. That means you can't do this Drifloon play. You have to like do it with Screamtail plus a tool card to be able to have Jirachi on your bench. Or you have to attack with Guardian, risk the Roaring Moon knockout or something like that. So I don't know what else Fernando could have lost owned instead of the Sableye. And of course, yeah, Giovanni could just answer the threat of a potential Sableye with benching Jirachi, but like forcing them to like have to put the Jirachi on the bench, I feel like it's such a big deal. All right, Fernando, there's definitely a Poffin in there. I don't know what else, but definitely looking for Iron Hands here. I feel like you got to be looking for Iron Hands at this point for Fernando. That's got to be the play. Dark Energy, it's another Mirage Gate. So all 4 Mirage Gates, I think, are in the hand here for Fernando. Yeah, all 4 Mirage Gates are in the hand here for Fernando. So would like to use some of them before they all go back to the bottom of the deck with an Iono. Definitely wants to pull off an Iron Hands play. Has the Nest Ball. I think it's just missing the Super Rod here from Fernando. Where is the Super Rod? There's 1 prized. 1 in the discard of the Lost Zone, I believe. Maybe not, though. There might be 3 in the deck here. Does have 2 Comfeys to use as well to try and find that Super Rod. Because the Iron Hands is in the discard pile. I think it's just 1 prize. I don't think there's any in the Super Rod or the discard pile. Gives up the Colress to keep a switch card. Interesting. There's a lot of switch cards in hand already, I believe. Actually, couldn't Fernando take a knockout with Comfey here? You could knock out with Comfey here, right? That's probably the play. Is knockout with Comfey if you don't hit the hand. There's the Super Rod, though. Don't have to give him a Roxanne to get there, though. That's some big draw power for the late game. And do we have enough energy in the deck as well? I guess that could be a question. Goes for hands, lightning, dark. Just needs 3 in there. There's a lot of energy in hand. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I think it's 3 darks and a lightning. So not going to be able to... Giovanni being like, yo, you going back? And the answer is yes. What do we got? Dark, lightning. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to maximize our energy efficiency here. But I don't even know where the extra energy would go. I guess you put on a Comfey maybe. Gate number 2. Only going to get 1 dark energy here, I believe. Yeah, so you would have liked to have been a little bit more efficient, but it's not a big deal. Could Fernando have discarded or Super Rodded a little bit differently, actually? Maybe. Maybe could have, yeah. You could have ended up with, like... Well, where would the other energy have gone? Honestly, an energy on Greninja wouldn't have even been bad to create Greninja as an attacker. Or get it closer to being an attacker. Whoa! Whoa! All right, getting really aggressive here. The moon is coming down. Now it feels really bad that you're inefficient with your energy there. The moon is out. There's a knockout from Fernando. Still has both vacuum left. And the vacuums do lead to potential knockouts. I feel like Giovanni here can just go... I feel like Giovanni now can just go like Drifloon, Tool, knock out Iron Hands. Drifloon, Tool, knock out Iron Hands. And be like, okay, have vacuum attack with Iron Hands. Or Roaring Moon, good luck. Yeah, I don't know if I like that moon bench. I don't think I like that moon bench. I don't like the moon bench. The more I think about it, the less I like this moon bench. I don't like it. I don't like the moon bench at all. I think Fernando could have played heavily towards... If we had just been able to get 1 more energy and play on the Greninja, we could have used Greninja to potentially respond to what responds to Iron Hands if we whiff the vacuum, and then we can win with Cram Boss or something like that from Fernando. Yeah, the moon bench is definitely sus here. Because Giovanni can go Drifloon, Tool, knockout. And then for Fernando to win on that next turn, Fernando needs vacuum into a moon attack, which is just pretty unlikely. I feel like Fernando almost like benched this moon with the thought process of, oh, Giovanni's going to attack with Gardevoir here, which is just not necessarily true. Curly is here, still looking for the Super Rod, I think. I think Giovanni only plays the 1 Drifloon. No Super Rod. There's a counter catcher. Ooh, on the moon, though. And this could also be devastating as well. You could snipe around the moon. Yeah, this moon bench has to be a massive throw, right? This feels terrible. The more this develops, the worse this looks. Yeah, the more this develops, the worse it gets. Like, this has got to be a throw here. Thinking about the Pal Pad. Only Arven's in the discard pile, though, maybe? Just gets the Arven back. And then here comes the Iono. Iono to 2 with a moon trapped in your active does not feel good here for Fernando. Definitely a mistake there to have benched that. Definitely a mistake. Here comes the Iono. Oh, you could burn the TM Evo here at least, I think. I I burned the TM Evo, right? I guess you could keep it in the deck so if you can Arven into it to Ultra Ball it away. I guess that's like fine, to be honest. All right, Iono. What are we looking for here on Giovanni's side? We don't need anything, right? Oh, I think Fernando's saying the deck is not the same way as the hand here. So they need to flip it around. The deck got flipped around. Yeah, I think we're gonna. My prediction here at this point, as we're resolving this Iono, so I think we're going to game 3 here. I think we're going to game 3. I'm actually curious. I'm gonna take a look at see if the results of the other side of the bracket are in. I don't think so. Hang on. Doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. Wait, was it that bad? What happened? Wait, now I'm confused. I like tapped away for a second. Did something happen? Did Gardevoir ever play Jirachi? Not this game, no. They did last game. Or you mean just in general? The answer is yes. Is rule sharking that did not allow to cut the shuffle? Oh, on the wait, was Giovanni saying that he didn't get an option out to cut the thing? Is that what he's arguing? Is this like the only? I don't know. Is it ever relevant? Giovanni asked them before he put it to the bottom. Oh, did he really? Shuffled his hand, didn't offer a cut after. Shuffled his Iono hand, didn't offer a cut after. I don't even know how I feel about that. Like, is that what the discussion is right here? He did offer, right? I have no clue. I wasn't paying attention. He maybe offered, maybe not. But Giovanni did cut the Iono hand, right? He offered twice. I saw him offer, and Fernando said no. Wait, no. Did Giovanni offer or did Fernando offer? Who offered who? Did they both offer or no? That would be crazy if that's what they're discussing. Giovanni offered, then immediately slammed the deck on top of it. Both, dude. You guys are talking so fast. Gio shuffled Fernando's hand and didn't let Fernando cut his own hand, I think. Dude, there's no way. I don't know if the players actually care this much about this, bro? There's no way. Dude. I don't know how I feel about this because like there's like I don't get when people say I don't think I ever cut people's Iono's hands. But people are like, oh, at a certain point, yeah, if it's a big enough part of the hand, I'll cut it, sure. But like, this is definitely not about cutting the Iono. Yeah, I don't think this is about cutting the Iono. This would be crazy because they're like laughing with each other. I doubt this is about cutting the Iono. Yeah, I doubt this is about cutting the Iono for sure. How does top 4 work? They don't tie right, but they just play to win. Yeah, you have to win. And if time is called, then it's whoever's ahead on prize cards is the winner. Yo, thanks for the prime sub there, Yami. Welcome to the Rat Pack. We're all out of light, but we got plenty of milk. Rule sharkers? I mean, we don't know if anyone's like rule sharking here. I would definitely consider this rule sharking. Like, no one ever cuts anyone's Iono, but then for some reason, like people, it's fine if you want to cut when your opponent has like their whole deck in their hand and you want to cut their Iono at that point. Sure, whatever, go for it. But like if someone forgets to offer to you, I feel like it's not that big. Like, you shouldn't make a big deal out of that. Like, the whole game you weren't cutting Ionos, and then sure, there's a lot more cards involved here, and there's a lot thinner of a deck, but like it's like not. It's like if your opponent forgets to offer it to you because the whole game you weren't cutting each other's Ionos. Like, I don't know. Like, if you want to cut it, that's one thing, but like rule striking your opponent on it at that point feels kind of cringe. Like, it's like if they forget to offer it to you or stopped offering it to you because you guys didn't cut each other's Ionos the whole game, like, and then all of a sudden you say it, you make a big deal out of it at the end. And I don't know if that's what's happening here though. I don't know if that's what's happening here. This could be a different ruling that we didn't pick up on. I don't know if it has anything to do with the cutting of the Iono, but did the deck get shuffled or something like that? Did someone shuffle someone's Iono into the deck? Is that what happened? Maybe he shuffled? Okay, maybe he shuffled. Maybe that's what it is. We'll see. We'll see what they... I don't know what they're disputing here, though. It might not have anything to do with cutting an Iono, to be honest. I think it has to do with the refs making popcorn for the last turns. Maybe. They're saying something about energy tracking. Oh, did someone like double attach? It wouldn't have been Fernando. Maybe it was Giovanni. Looks like a deck check. Maybe. Are you allowed to put your opponent's cards on the bottom of their deck? Gio put Fernando's cards under rather than handing them back. I think technically it's one of those things where it's like you're not supposed to do that, but you it's like not like you're not supposed to do that. Your opponent is supposed to do that. If your opponent doesn't care and you do it, then there's nothing's gonna happen. But if you're like, yo, don't do that, let me put my own cards back, and then they keep doing it, then you could get penalized for sure. But it's like one of those things where it's like it doesn't matter, so you're not gonna get penalized for it until like your opponent asks you to like not do it, and then you keep doing it. But dude, Giovanni did offer, but Fernando said no. This might not have to be anything to do with the Iono, to be honest. This might have not anything to do with the Iono. So let's just wait and see what they actually do. Yeah, just wait and see what actually happens. It might have nothing to do with Iono. I don't know what this has to do with at all, but eating during a match is a DPL, right? No, you would start by asking the person to stop eating during the match. Nothing is like those kind of things. None of that stuff is ever a penalty. The first thing that always happens is you're like, hey, you can't eat during the match. And if you keep eating during the match, that's when it's a DPL. It's not like someone opens a bag of chips and eats one chip and you're like, all right, DPL. Like any of those kind of things that are like weird questions that you guys ask all the time, everything starts with, hey, you can't do that. Stop doing that. And only it becomes a warning or a DPL or a DQ when you keep doing something you obviously can't do. One chip equals permaban. He's drinking water, game loss. Auto loss. Yeah, all these like weird things always start with, hey, you can't do that. Stop doing that. Then a judge gets involved and the judge says, hey, can't do that. And then if you do it again, that's when something happens. Not saying this is what's happening, but what would happen if the judge had shuffled the deck and created an irreversible board state? If it's the judge's fault, they try and correct the deck to what was in the bottom and what was not, and then they just play on. If it's the judge's fault, it's just a play on scenario. So like if actually that maybe is what happened. Is like Fernando was like, hey, half of my deck is flipped around the wrong way from the Iono. Can you fix that? And then the judge looks at the deck, corrects it, and then by accident shuffles it, goes to like judge shuffle it. If that happens, then it's try and correct it through the stream VOD. Try and figure out what cards should be on the bottom and what cards shouldn't be. And if you can't correct it, it's just a kind of, oh well, that sucks. Continue play. And then you probably get a different judge, to be honest, to judge the stream table. Not because it's the judge is a bad judge. Obviously, that's something the judge shouldn't do, but like there's like tension built up between the players and the judge at that point. So you probably switch the judge out just for like that reason. Should just be how you handle that situation. Someone farted and they're all trying to figure out who. Does the judge get a DPL then? Probably, yeah. They will add more time, fam. Yeah, they're gonna add more time to the clock. That's how judge calls work. A judge call starts, the time for your match is then paused, and then any time it takes to correct the to get this scenario working again and fix the judge call is then added to the clock. Did they ever catch the double energy attached to Mew yesterday? I don't think so. No, I don't think they did. I'm not sure though. I'm not 100% sure. Catcher said that Guardy discarded 2 cards with Curlia. Did they Curlia twice or just discard 2 cards? Discard with 2 with Curlia, but judges evaluate play, reverse play. GG for Lost Box. Sorry, I'm English. How do you discard 2? Did they like discard a card and then they were like thinking about something and then discard another card? I didn't even see that. Can you go over prize penalties? No. Discarded 2 cards, then Iono got played. He threw 2 cards. Oh, just like by accident threw a second card. You appreciate the 28 months there that day, madam. I feel like people angle shoot a lot more than we like to admit in Pokemon. All right. Tell us when and how it happens, Model Zero. They did ask the judges about yesterday's double attach, but they said that there was 1 energy from Mirage Gate. Was there energy from Mirage Gate? No, it was a double attach, right? No, they attached twice for sure. I'm almost positive it was a double attach. He discarded 2 energies with Greninja. Oh, wait, like used Greninja twice or discarded 2 energy cards with 2 energies with Greninja? Oh, and we got the clip. We got the clip. Oh, it was, yeah. Oh, wait, that's kind of wild, actually. All right, hold up. I got the clip right here. I don't think it was intentional, because like it doesn't do anything, does it? Wait, is it having the extra energy in the discard pile actually matter? Yeah, it was a double attach, but it seems like judges did not catch it. Okay. And I'll show you all the clip right here real fast. All right, here's the clip. I can like full screen this. What am I doing? Greninja discarded. Was there actually 2 energies? Oh, there's no energy on top of the deck, and then there's 2. Yeah. But that doesn't. On Giovanni's side, it doesn't matter to have an extra energy in the discard pile there, does it? Does it actually matter? That'd be crazy if that actually matters. I don't think it actually mattered though. I think they had plenty of energy. I don't know. It's Guardy. It matters. No, that's not quite how it works. Like for the situation, did it matter to have the extra energy in the discard pile? Is the question. Because theoretically, you want more energy in your deck, so you have more outs to Greninja draw power later on. To be honest, why would you ever discard 2 though? They didn't mean to. They didn't mean to discard 2. Try to cover it up. I don't know. It depends how many energy you needed in the discard pile. We would have 6 without that extra in the discard, which would have been enough to KO the hands. That's what I'm saying. Like, did we have enough energy in the discard pile to begin with? If you already have 6, it just doesn't matter. It's just a mistake. Like, I think it's just a mistake. Like, the only way to ever be suspect is like if you needed the extra energy in the discard pile, and then you'd sit there and analyze it further. But like, if you already have enough energy in the discard pile, who cares? Like, it's definitely just a mistake. Sticky sleeves, yeah, something like that. Would they ever reverse a game decision after the game has finished if something big was caught later? I don't know. I'd have to like no, I don't think so. I think the answer is no. You just get penalized for future games. Unless it was like unless they thought you were cheating. If they thought you were cheating, they might go back and try and revert something, but resolved as a warning. All right, cool. The game is not going to be impacted. Eder won and got DQ'd, right? Yeah, but like the player, oh, it does bump everyone else up, right? Yeah, I mean, they don't go back and like Eder got caught and then DQ'd, but they didn't like DQ Eder and then Eder's opponent then played the finals or something like that. They didn't like solve it like that. They DQ'd Eder during the finals, but they didn't like let the other player play the finals or something like that. So yeah, they don't like, yeah, that makes sense. DQ is harsh. DPL is more appropriate for the scenario. Well, the caster said it was a warning. We're not talking about DQing. We're not talking about DQing in this scenario. We're talking about a different DQ. What does /J mean? Now, the guy discarded the extra energy so that it can be thinner, and if no one catches it, he plans on doing it again. /J. What does J mean? /J equals joking? Bro, why do people do /J when /S exists? Why not just use /J? No one uses /J. Don't use /J ever again. If anyone ever uses /J in my chat ever again when we have /S, you're getting banned. What's /S? /S is sarcasm. J is better? No, we already use, everyone uses /S, bro. /J isn't a thing. That's why I didn't know what it was. If you use /S, then I know what you mean. /J isn't a thing. If you ever use /J in my chat, seriously, ever again, I'm banning you. The jokes aren't always sarcasm. They're the same thing. They're the same thing. If you want to argue me, if you want to argue with me about that, I'll also ban you. We can't use both? Nope. Only /S. /J is not a thing. Literally fake. Seems sus. How do you put 2 energy down? You just by accident discard 2 energy. It's just an accident. You just by accident discarded 2 energy. What if it's SJ for super jokes? Or JS for just sarcasm? This is not democracy? Never was. Yo, appreciate the 5 months there, Genosaur. Who the hell uses /J? I've never ever seen that once in my 20 years on the internet. That's what I'm saying. I've never seen /J either. Everyone uses /S. He did not discard 2 energy to the Greninja? Wait, so now 2 energy didn't get discarded? Well, now I'm going to watch the clip again. Hold up. I don't know. That looks like 2 energy. Oh, wait. No, it's not. Wait, it's not 2 energy. It's the energy under the vessel. Wait, hold on. It's not even 2 energy. Look at it. All right, hold up. There's an energy under the vessel right there. There's an energy under the vessel right here. Energy under the vessel, energy. And then Greninja, discard 1 energy. Only 1 energy gets discarded. The thing that makes it look like 2 energy is the other energy. Wait, so then was there a gameplay error at all or no? So there's just not a gameplay error. So just no gameplay error. When do we resume? What are they yapping about? So it's not a double prize penalty, that's for sure. All right, we're resuming. Here we go. Fernando throws, puts Roaring Moon in play. Giovanni takes advantage, gusts up Roaring Moon. Now Screamtail will be taking 2 prize cards on the Iron Hands on the bench. Fernando with 2-card hand is praying they're decent or praying for a good top deck here. But I'm not going to lie. I think Giovanni's going to walk away with the dub in this one. Here we go. Knockout Iron Hands. 2 prize cards remaining. Can knock out the Roaring Moon next turn to win the game. Here we go. Fernando top deck for turn. Super Rod and Palpad in hand. Top deck Bunny Paw, and that's it. That's game. We're going to game 3 here. Fernando with the throw and the punish on the next turn from Giovanni. Yeah, don't bench the moon preemptively. The preemptive moon bench gets punished. We'll now have Fernando most likely going first in game 3, I assume. But we'll see. When are you coming to Brazil to play a tournament here? Well, now that you asked, I'm never coming. I was going to come tomorrow, but I'm going to stay home. All right, game 3. Yeah, I assume we have Fernando going first. Slash J. To be fair, he could have bench trapped Greninja if he benched Moon. That's not, to be fair, it's a throw. Stop excusing his bad plays. The Greninja has 1 retreat cost, and is only worth 1 prize card, so you don't lose immediately. Yeah, Greninja, you're worth 1 prize card, and you don't lose immediately. Roaring Moon is worth 2 prize cards and has 2 retreat cost. But he didn't draw into an energy to retreat the Greninja anyways. And the hand was that, yeah, I get it, sure. Whatever you say. You know what? You live in the world. You know what? Nah. Actually, you know what? Stuck, if I play against you, you better bench the Roaring Moon. If I ever play against you in a tournament, you better bench your Roaring Moon. I'll excuse your play. Don't worry. You didn't have energies in deck? There's a couple energies in deck. What do you think the top 3 decks are in the Twilight Masquerade format? Probably like, I don't know, Dragapult, and Zatu Dragapult. Pidgey Dragapult, Zatu Dragapult, and Lost Zone Dragapult has to suck, so it's got to be Charizard Dragapult. All right, here we go. I see a Poff in there. I don't know if I see a good supporter there, though, for Giovanni. And a mulligan here for Fernando. What do people pile shuffle? Some people think it is a form of randomization, and then others do it to count their deck. One of them is acceptable, the other one is cringe. Yeah. So yeah, some people pile count to use it as a form of randomization because they don't understand randomization, and then the others use it to count their deck. But there are faster ways to count your deck, so. In the One Piece Japanese Nats finals, one of the players pile shuffled his opponent's deck. Thoughts? That's top tier. All right, the Raikou start. Honestly, Raikou seems like a fine attacker in this matchup because it just KOs anything until you respond with a tooled card. So honestly, I think Raikou's like a fine. It's not that bad of a starter here because it's like it's a good aggressive attacker in this matchup. Actually, I think it can also attack through Fluttermane. If Fluttermane gets pushed early here, you can use it as your way to get through Fluttermane to begin with. Do I need to play Jirachi and Guardy when Twilight hits? I don't know. Start testing. Start testing the format. You get back to us. I want to know on Monday. I want a report on Jirachi in Dragapult. I want to know every single matchup that it's good in, every single matchup it's useless in, and like the overall, like give it like a 1 to 10 rating, and like at least a little memo about each matchup with Jirachi in Dragapult or in Guardy in every matchup. What are the matchups it's good in? What are the matchups it's bad in? Monday. I'll see you then. All right, the Fleet Feet are coming in, having thinned out the deck a little bit beforehand. There's a vacuum. That's good for accelerating your Lost Zone and then also getting rid of the tool cards. Of course, Corsair doesn't do anything against Lost Zone box. Please play Rocky. Wait, what is? Oh, do you mean Jirachi? Did you autocorrect to Rocky? Wait. Jirachi. Renee's been used. Comfy's been used. Only one in the Lost Zone and a pass? Does not feel good. Giovanni needs some kind of top deck. Is that Double Poffin? Double Poffin is a good start, but I don't think there's a Team Evo. There might be a Team Evo in the hand, actually. I'm not sure. There's at least one Poffin. We at least have one Poffin cooking. I don't know how much more there is to work with here. Let's see. Little prize checking happening. I didn't even like take note of the prize cards. I don't even know if they switch over to the prize cam. If they did, I missed it. This might be one of those situations with only one in the Lost Zone. Maybe you just bet on them not getting to the Greninja play and just get more Ralts. That's 2 Ralts. Yeah, but maybe just give up. Maybe just give up on protecting our bench. Also, is Manaphy even in there? Maybe it's prized. Sheesh. No, that hand. Yeah, that hand's not very good. Is that a second Poffin? Dude, I think I see a second Poffin. No, it's a Palpad. It's a Palpad. Azul, world set, yay or nay? That's not a question. Manaphy is prized. And double Super Rod. Heavy Ball's not, though, so we could find the Manaphy that way. Super Rod's being prized is not that bad. You prefer one of them. Actually, I don't know how many Super Rod. Honestly, I don't know how many Super Rod they play, actually. It could be 3. Some people do play 3. The Looney is coming down. Are we retreating to the Looney? But then if we top deck a TM Evo, we don't have anything to work with the TM Evo. Boss on the Greninja. Okay. Doing all we can to try and slow. Oh, I guess we could Teleportation Burst? Is the burst not better? I'm not sure, actually. Because then if the Drifloon dies, we could evolve. We could TM Evo there. I'm not sure. All right, Fernando, what do we got? Colress off the rip. That's a good start. Looking for the Greninja play this turn. We're definitely looking for the Greninja play this turn. Here we go. I see Cram. Cram is also not a bad option. We just want to attack this turn for sure. We just want to put on the pressure. Goodbye, Colress, and stop. Ooh, there's some good cards. Stop is really good in this matchup. The Cram? What is it? Stop is... What is this other card? I don't know what this other card is. Palpad? Oh, yeah, get rid of Palpad. What? Fuck that card. Yeah, Stop is, I think, really good because Giovanni doesn't play something. Not bad. Giovanni doesn't play a lot of Stadium. Does Giovanni even play the Collapse? I haven't even seen the Collapse, I don't think, from Giovanni. Yeah, Giovanni, I'm not even sure if Giovanni plays the Collapse, to be honest. Giovanni plays his Town Store at least, right? No, it's Fernando's Town Store. Damn, that is an aggressive Iron Hands. What? Maybe we handsing him up. The early hand? We'd rather early Greninja for sure. But hey, I'm kind of down for some early hands too. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. At the end of it all, we might have to settle for a Cram, but here we go. More to the Lost Zone. By Dark Energy. I think the other card is a switch. Nope, it's an energy. I'm wrong. Concealed cards coming in. There's a vacuum in hand as well, so this gets us to 6. There's the 4 Seal Stone. I feel like this has got to be a Greninja here. There's so much stuff in there. There's so much stuff. Can we not get to 7? Got to be able to get to 7. This hand is massive. There's 4 Seal Stone. There's vacuum. It'd be crazy if we come up short here with this hand. Vacuum coming down. If we have double gate, we can just double vacuum. Oh, we have double vacuum in the hand? Dude, that's it. It's cooked. Greninja's coming through. KO double Ralts, or do you hit him with the hands? Hands for 2 ain't bad either. I don't hate the hands for 2. I think the Greninja's the better play while you can do it, right? Is Prime Catcher getting involved already? Another Confused. Wait, did I not see double? Maybe I didn't see. Did I not see double gate here? Maybe I didn't see double gate. That's triple gate. I'm in. I'm down. Well, the gate's better because it allows us to just retreat. We can just retreat the active. All right. 3 gates in the hand. We could literally attack with Greninja and set up hands. And then we don't even use 4 Seal Stone. All right. Yeah, why not, right? Throw out 3 gates, accelerate 6 energy into play. All right, take account of all the energy first. All right, it is going to be a Greninja angle. Giovanni's not feeling good about this one. But wait, there's more. There was second vacuum in hand. So we didn't have to use the Prime Catcher. Or could have used it differently. But, I mean, this is fine, I think. And hold up. Throw a Dark on the hands. Oh, we have to hard retreat. See, I'm actually questioning the... I don't know. I'm questioning everything. Looking pretty good, though. And the last gate is in the deck as well. This is brutal. Honestly, could Fernando have actually put a 4th energy on that Greninja? Well, I guess then you, like... It's, like, bad if they have the Manaphy. I would definitely put the Forest Seal Stone in play here. For sure. I'd put the Forest... Yeah. We don't have to use it, but even... I would bench Cram, too, I think. Cram's a good attacker at this point as well. I'd bench Cram as well. And also, in this situation, Fernando's going to snipe the 2 bench Ralts and trap a Ralts in the active. No! All right, never mind. They're not going to do that. You'll appreciate the 4 months there. Bad builds. All right, misplay. Wait, we're going to push Ralts. That's iffy. Judge is stepping in. No, sir. Oh, they didn't see their card for turn, though. Giovanni didn't see the card for turn. I don't think Fernando cares. Yeah, Fernando said, I don't care. All right. They put it on Fernando. Fernando was like, I don't care. But that definitely was a misplay there from Giovanni. It wouldn't have been like, it was good on the judges to like hold Giovanni to that until Fernando said, I don't care. So that's a reasonable outcome from that scenario. Who cares about KO in the active Ralts if opponent promotes the 3rd one anyways? True, yeah. If they're going to do the work for you. All right, there is 3 gates gone. Oh my gosh, the refinement is nothing. You got nothing. Here comes Arvin. What is... All right, so hold up. No, you can Evo the Kirlia. Okay, hold up. You can Evo the Kirlia into a Guard EX. Yeah. What do you say in that scenario? Same as Giovanni? Me? If it was me? I thought the opponent's opinion is supposed to have no impact on the judge call. I don't know the official rules, but that's definitely not how it actually plays out at tournaments. Many scenarios where the judge is okay with the situation being changed if the opponent's okay with it. And this definitely seemed like a situation like that where Fernando was like, yeah, I'm fine with it, so it's okay. Giovanni actually, it looks like is playing for the I hope you prized your last gate strategy here. We'll see how it plays out. Opponents can let players take things back. There's Ian Buck. Yeah, that's my understanding of it as well. Yeah, if you're okay with your opponent doing it, it does feel. I don't know. As long as people are like reasonable people, it's not that big of a deal. Like the one thing you could like add to that, like it feels weird to put your opponent. I don't know. It's just not that weird, to be honest. If you're both just like reasonable human beings, it's like not that big of a deal. Swap has it changed his mind on which to promote? Yeah, Giovanni went send up Ralts, go to draw for turn, doesn't look at card, puts card on table. Oh wait, can I actually send up the Drifloon instead? And then the judge was like, no, you sent up the other one. And then Giovanni was like, I haven't looked at my card yet, so I don't have any other intel to work with. And then Fernando was like, yeah, I'm fine with it. It's fine. All right. Squad is online here for Giovanni, but the Iron Hands is set up and ready to go. So, or almost. Actually, it will be, right? It's gonna cook this turn. This will be the last gate, though. Fernando will go down to 2 prize cards, but be out of gates. I wonder how this is going to actually end up going, to be honest. If you haven't seen the top deck yet, then who cares? Yeah. But I've definitely seen it go both ways, to be honest, where the judges say it doesn't matter what that person says, but then the opponent says, but then the judges ask the opponent if they want to allow it. I don't know. It just goes every single which way. Do you ever counter catcher as Giovanni here before attacking? You counter catcher here as Giovanni before attacking. Bring up what? Comfy and Raikou see more cards. Iron Hand. Would you bring up the Iron Hands? If you're already hoping that the last Mirage Gate is prize, right? Maybe you would just bring up the Iron Hands and be like, screw it, bring them up. Yeah, actually, I don't hate that, to be honest. Wait, that's the same thing as the Greninja being in the active, right? Oh, I guess the Greninja can retreat to like Cram. Yeah, maybe it's not quite the same thing, actually. I take it back. Oh, honestly, Gate plus Vacuum, KO Curlia, KO Drifloon is probably the play, right? Well, I don't know. It can get kind of awkward as the game progresses. It could get a little bit awkward, to be honest, because you just have no energy acceleration left here as Fernando. Like, this is it. You're doing everything. Like, this is it. It's your last gate. Wait, Fernando grabbed the gate, right? Or am I tripping? Yeah, okay. Has a vacuum in hand. So actually can go with that play. Can go with the Greninja play. And I think that is going to be the play here from Fernando. Is going to be the Greninja play. You definitely want to... Even the Psychic around for Sableye seems pretty good. Fernando's going to do a quick count here. What do I want to save here? Ooh. Oh, but saving the Lightning is good too, though, so you can use Arm Press, right? Actually, I don't like the Lightning grab there. Fernando probably only plays 2 Lightning, right? Oh, do we have an attachment for turn? No, dude, the Lightning is bad. Do we even have an attach for hands here? Switch into Comfy. Gonna draw some extra cards here. You definitely want to find an energy attachment for turn to the hands. But I don't like the Lightning should have been left in the deck for sure. Should have left the Lightning in the deck. I don't like that. I don't like that. All right, don't forget to vacuum the cape. Or wait, can you save the vacuum and not get rid of the cape yet? So that way you don't get Ionoed as low. Can you go Greninja, KO Drifloon, 90... No, you want to take away the draw power, right? You want to take away the draw power. They have a 1-card hand. We're taking away the draw power here. Dude, you should bench the Cram here, though. That's definitely a misplay here from Fernando to not bench the Cram. Just get the Cram in play. That guy attacks for free. Get him in play. But yeah, that was definitely a misplay there from... Putting the Lightning Energy in play was... Well, yeah, and if we're going to loss on the Roaring Moon off the Vacuum, you should definitely put the Dark Energy on the Greninja. That was also a mistake there from Fernando. Fernando was honestly opening up an opportunity for a comeback here from Giovanni. Like, the hands can't attack. Didn't bench the Cram to just have any kind of attacker in play. Yeah, Fernando is definitely like opening up an opportunity for Giovanni to make a comeback here. Nothing in play can attack right now. So if Giovanni just has Iono punch, Iono knockout, it's possible for a comeback to happen. What's a hand? Is there even 3 energy in the discard pile? Oh, just pass. All right. All right. Unlikely, but it was like, I'm just saying. Should he just concede? No, why would you ever concede here? Well, there's 6 minutes left. I guess that would be the reason, to be honest. Here comes Colress. Just want to find an energy. You just want to attach to that. Well, your Lightning energy is in your discard pile, so actually, what are you even attaching to? No shot Guardia is winning. It's possible. Fernando put himself in a spot where if Giovanni top deck an Iono this turn and could attack, like there's no attacker on board. There's no attacker on board. It does have the Cram Punch here. Would like to see an attachment somewhere here. Raikou or the hands would be nice to have an energy on. But no attachment. Also, the Lightning Energy is still... Oh, there's the Iono top deck. Here we go. Dude, it is possible. Honestly, I think KOing Cram is the best thing to KO here as well. I think you want to KO the Cram. No, KO the... you could trap the hands for 2 turns. But Cram's the only attacker. I don't know. Cram is the only attacker here. Like, if you just retreat, or you get a switch card, and then you should attack with Cram, I almost feel like just removing the only attacker from play is the better play here. But you could trap the hands for a turn or 2. You could trap the hands for a turn or 2. Yikes! You have to put 40 more damage on this thing too to attack with it. Yikes! It's not good. This thing's dying out here. Help! There's a Poffin in hand, but I don't even know what you'd go get here. Punch for 190. Can Fernando move the active? Switch cards? Is it a pass? Town store to shuffle the deck. I don't think there's any tools to grab here. There was a Super Rod in the hand. Why didn't Fernando play the Super Rod before before ending the turn? Could have put Lightning Energy back. Could have put more energy back just to use with Greninja to draw cards. That's such a big mistake there from Fernando to not have played that Super Rod. There's plenty of Super Rods left. You just want energy back in the deck. Ultra Ball top deck here from Giovanni. Gives up some Psychics. What is even the grab here? What are we looking for here? Fluttermane. Oh, honestly, going for the Scream Tail. It's just going to be a snipe fest. 6 prizes left here for Giovanni. Going for the Scream Tail. Scream Tail can snipe the Raikou off the bench. Jirachi to protect from Sableye. Seems fine. You really don't want to play another Iono, though. You know the hand is dead here. You know the hand is dead here. From Fernando. Honestly, probably shouldn't have played the Poffin, because if you top deck a Super Rod, you could have Poffined into some Rolts if you want to reestablish some Rolts at some point. So definitely a misplay on the Poffin there. Yeah, you definitely mentioned. Yeah, there's no threat of Greninja anymore. Yeah, Fernando just started playing super sloppy after the massive lead, and now we're seeing the punish happen. We're seeing the punish take place. Fernando definitely could have played a lot cleaner, I think, there. Like I said, play the Super Rod, just put energy back in the deck. Even like building up Raikou to attack with, just get that Lightning back in the deck. Have the option to attack with the hands. Set up a Raikou to potentially attack a couple turns from now. Energy in the deck, drawing into energy out of the deck would allow you to Greninja, draw cards. Going for the snipe. Honestly, snipe on Cram, I don't hate. That's the only attacker in play. Wait, is that KO that thing? Oh, Giovanni just misplayed. No! Oh, all right. Misplay from Giovanni. Over to Fernando. Another top deck. Could have KO'd the Raikou this turn. Instead has to settle. Oh, there's a switch. Get ourselves into that Comfy. The Cram can come up and now take a prize card, putting Giovanni down to 1 prize card remaining. What do we get? What is it? It's a Water Energy and a Super Rod. Goes for the Water Energy. Gonna probably use Greninja here to draw 2. There we go. Greninja for 2. What do we got? A Dark and a Psychic. I think we should probably attach to the Raikou here so that becomes a threat. Attach to Raikou, punch with Cram. Attach to Raikou, punch with Cram. But I guess if Cram, like, you have to answer the Cram here as Giovanni, so maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah, honestly, Giovanni, I feel like should have KO'd the Cram, right? Cram was the play. He can kill Screamtail now. Yeah, I feel like killing Cram was probably the play. There's an attach to the Iron Hands. Interesting. Why would we attach to Iron Hands here? Oh, because I guess the 120 attack. Yeah, true. All right, here comes Gardevoir. Down to 1 prize card. There's an Iono in the hand here for Giovanni. The Iron Hands can't currently attack. There is, I mean, I don't know if there's actually any energy in the deck, to be honest, for Fernando. I actually don't know if there's energy in the deck here or not. But Iron Hands, he also can't KO the Gardevoir here. The board on the Comfy is still around as well. Yeah, that Cram wreaking havoc. Giovanni could have KO'd the Cram. Imagine if Giovanni had KO'd the Cram there. That would have been the play, right? That would have set you up pretty well. Or, like, you wouldn't have been threatened. Like, the threat wouldn't have been there. So you got 150 on your active, so you got, what, 160 left? So you die to the arm press no matter what. So you do have to you have to attach 1 from hand, right? Well, you can attach 1 for turn. So you attach from, because we haven't seen an attachment from turn yet, right? I think Fernando's out of Lightning. No, but has Super Rods left. The Lightning's in the discard pile, but you could Super Rod it and then like Colress or something. Town store. Wait, then take 5 next turn. Attack with Flutter Mane surely this turn, then take 5 next turn. How much damage is on these things? Five. I guess yeah. Well, no, you can't get to 5. Where are you getting 5 from? Am I tripping? You can't get. Wait. No, you can't quite get to 5. But yeah, Flutter Mane this turn seems pretty good. And then you put 90 active, 20 on the Iron Hands. Raikou Cram. Is there a time extension? I think they added it already. I think we're in turns here. Wait, if we're in turns here, then Giovanni can't win. I hope we're not in turns here. Hopefully there's more time extension. Town store from Fernando. What was it? We knew the cards that went up to the bottom of the deck. Those weren't good cards, right? That's another misplay from Fernando by using the town store. Wait, why do we only do 50 to the active with the... Can Giovanni even draw enough prize cards in this turn? Time extension for what? They had a ruling earlier. I think they already added the time though. I'm not sure. There was an energy on the bottom. Oh, was there? With cards, what are we looking for? Counter catcher? Iono? There's an Iono. That could lead to a counter catcher. There's a Turo, TM Evo. Maybe I'm tripping and just not seeing a play. You can take 4. What is this Giovanni's last turn? I don't know where we're at for the turn count. Kill Raikou, kill Cram, kill Hands. Yo, James is doing hella damage with his Flutter Manes, bro. What the fuck? James, you need to reread your Flutter Manes, bro. Are they mistranslated? Misprint? There's the prime on the Raikou, or the counter, excuse me. And then what are we? Flutter Mane, KO Raikou, KO Hands to go to 2. But if that's Giovanni's last turn, it just doesn't matter, right? I just don't know. Oh, it is Giovanni's last turn. Fernando gets the win, but the comeback was there. The comeback was there for Giovanni. 2 switch cards in hand, no way to attack. Oh my gosh, what a comeback. So forever was talking about scoop it in chat. Yeah, you definitely don't concede there. Because even though Fernando's ahead in the prize trade by a lot, if you look at the board, it's not like Fernando has a bunch of attackers set up. Like everything is a little bit away from attack. But Fernando played that so sloppy. Like the 2 turns, I think it was attach, active, and pass. This is exactly what you want to see if you're Fernando. This means Cram can get a ton of work done here in the early game. Yeah, Cram can do a ton of work in the early game if you can get a turn 1 Cram off here. And I see the Prime Catcher in the opening hand here as well for Fernando. So theoretically, you could KO the B-Barrel, take away any potential draw power. And yeah, Dalton's hand is dead. There's a maximum belt. There's not much else in there. So kind of living off the Abyss Seeking, it looks like here. Yeah, there's the maximum belt. There's a vacuum in hand as well. That's not going to probably do too much. But the maximum belt will lead to... So you can go like... So because of the maximum belt for Dalton here, you can just go Arceus only. You don't need the Tina because the Arceus can match the Roaring Moon. And then you have the Radzar to maybe match the second Roaring Moon or something like that. We'll see. You appreciate the 4 months there. Lunatic. All right, switch card here from Fernando. Needs to try and find a Colress, or the Town Store and Forest Shieldstone could also lead to a Colress from the Luminian. That was a quick grab. I think that's a Colress. I keep saying that, but I just cannot see the player's hands. It is a Colress. All right, we're cooking. That's going to get us to the 3. Second Kofi on the bench is 4. Yeah, we could go for an early B-Barrel knockout here as Fernando. Also, Cram Punch active is pretty solid as well. The hand is okay. Or the draw there is okay. Looks like he's going to give up on the counter catcher and a water. Seems fine. Greninja doesn't seem like that good of an attacker. And then, yeah, you're going to try and stay ahead in the prize exchange here as well. The early escape board once again from Fernando. Fernando finds this escape board like turn 1 every game. Putting some thought into this next action here. Going with the Pokestop. Needs to find a nest ball ideally. And there it is. Does lose a Colress, but nest in a gate. Pretty good. I believe the Prime is in hand as well. So, question for Fernando is, like I was saying, do you want to go for this early B-Barrel or Bidoof knockout with your Prime? Or do you want to save the Prime for later? Sableye versus the Lightning. Sableye will be pretty good at cleaning up B-Barrels, Bidoofs later. Here comes the Nest. Here comes the Cram. I think we could see an attach retreat here from Fernando. Doesn't have to use the Prime. There's also a switch card. So a couple different ways to get this thing into the active. The question is just, what do you want to KO here as Fernando? I'm actually not sure if going after the Bidoof is the correct play or just, if not, just punching the Tina. I'm pretty sure there is the Prime Catcher in the hand here. At the back there. We'll see what Fernando thinks is the correct play with this choice. All right, Prime to the front of the hand. We're going after the early Bidoof KO. Now, we know this is a big deal because Dalton's hand is dead. So that means the amount of top decks here to free up Dalton's hand is that much lower. And there's a Bidoof, there's a B-Barrel prize as well. So that's even like one less out, I guess. Goes into the Pokestop immediately. There's an Ultra Ball and the Counter Catcher. Hey, that's a pretty good Pokestop for Arceus deck. That's not bad. Thinking about what to discard here. What are you even grabbing here? Probably an Arceus V, I guess, right? You can go get Arceus V, got that double turbo for it, and then we hit him with a Beseeching. Then go from there. And Cram will get its extra turn in play here to punch the active, I guess. Why is there fire in Dalton's deck? Dalton plays Radiant Charizard. Can't attach retreat, retreated off of the escape board. Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, the escape board did get used. So it had to be switch cart or the Prime Catcher. There we go. There's the Arceus grab. Still needs some more draw power on the next turn. It could actually even gust up the Luminion to try and be as disruptive as possible this turn from Dalton, to be honest. That actually wouldn't be bad. There's a double turbo. Not going to go for it, though. Judge. There's a Squovette. There's a Switch. I feel like Judge Switch has to be the take here, right? Yeah, it's got to be Judge Switch. Goodbye, Squovette. Which you don't really want to put in play anyways, because it is such a low HP Pokemon. I don't know what the other card was. All right, so not bad off the Beseeching. Still needs to find that V-Star, of course, but to start. So Roaring Moon as an attacker here for Fernando would be really, really good. Roaring Moon, knock out the Giratina. Should be the play here, I assume, from Fernando. I think I see the Town Store in that hand. That would lead to that Forest Seal Stone if it's not prized, which will get any card to help Fernando pull that combo together. Ooh, if you lose the boss, that's your last Gust effect. Ooh, the Psychic is your out to attack with Sableye, though. Fernando probably only plays the one Psychic. A lot of people only play the one Psychic now. So Sableye's not an attacker anymore, I don't think. 6 in the Lost Zone. Goes for the Pokestop here. Jeez, chill out. 3 items. Still hasn't found the Roaring Moon, I believe. The Roaring Moon would be really good here. And with playing the Colress, with Prime Catcher gone, Fernando can't KO that Arceus off the bench. Although that's definitely what you'd like to... Did he just, like, reveal them? There it is, though. There's the Roaring Moon. Another Colress gone, though. Another Colress gone. And the Palpad might be gone as well. I'm not sure where the Palpad is. There's the gate. But Dalton does have that Maximum Belt in hand. Just needs to find an Arceus V-Star to put it with, and we'll be able to KO this Roaring Moon. I wonder if Fernando knows whether or not... I mean, I think this is always the correct play here from Fernando because of how slow of a start Dalton had. Well, I mean, I don't even know. But what else would you do, I guess, is the question, right? I mean, if you get Iono to 3 next turn and your Roaring Moon gets KO'd, I feel like you're not in that good of a spot. And with that in mind, knowing about the Maximum Belt, this makes me feel like this matchup is pretty good for Dalton, to be honest. And there we go. Bump the Stadium, knock out the Tina. Here comes the Arceus. Dalton needs to still find an Arceus V-Star with 2 prize. We're basically relying on finding an Ultra Ball. Has the Maximum Belt in hand, but... Oh, the V-Star off the top! That's pretty good! And has the Judge to go with it. Has a Super Rod as well. Might play the Super Rod first. How important is having that Tina? Bidoof is probably pretty nice. So we see the Super Rod coming in here. Could leave the Fire in the discard pile as well to combo with Magma Basin. Do you Do you even ever try and set up B-Barrel anymore at this point? Yeah, do you ever set up B-Barrel anymore at this point as Dalton? Or do you just kind of give up on the one prizers? Leaves the fire in the discard. Bidoof, no Bidoof. Goes with the Bidoof. Because by putting another Bidoof in play, by putting the Bidoof in... Wait, didn't Dalton have an energy in hand, or am I tripping? Maybe not. By putting the Bidoof in play, you do, like, let Fernando even up the prize trade by KOing that. So, I don't know if you really want to put Bidoof in play at all. Any more one prizers at all in play. Had another DTE. I mean, that was still KO, right? I feel like you should just go with that DTE attachment then. Why not? That still KOs with maximum belt, right? Wait, how much? Oh no, it is short. It is short. I thought Arceus did 220. Never mind. Okay, that's a good draw though. Grass Energy, another Arceus. You don't even need to use Starbirth now. Has a Nest Ball as well, but what would you ever Nest Ball for? Do you really want to set up a Tina as a potential response to this Roaring Moon? Maybe. That's the only other thing you could get here. Nest Ball, get Tina, and that way, just in case the Roaring Moon comes out again, you can respond to the Roaring Moon with... Actually, no, you'll be able to respond with an Arceus, right? Because it would have to use Frenzy Gouging. But I guess they wouldn't have to use Frenzy Gouging. So they could just, like, punch you for 220. Honestly, the more I'm watching this play out, this matchup seems miserable for Fernando. This seems like a terrible matchup. You can respond with Leaves, too. Yeah, the Leaves also works, yeah. Oh, Fernando thought he was surviving. Nope, you're not surviving. The maximum belt for the KO. Yeah, this matchup seems bad. This matchup seems really bad. I don't know. How do you win this matchup? This does not seem good. The maximum belt's the big deal here. It means Dalton can just like keep KOing. And yeah, Dalton doesn't play the Lost City, so the Moon can come back. But even if the Moon came back this turn, I don't know if that's enough to win this game, because Dalton just goes knockout and then Gus KO Luminion for the win. All right, here we go. Comfy coming in from Fernando. And here comes the Pal Pad. Cover some Colress. And is it just going to be... I guess we'll see what's left in the deck. Maybe it's just a punch with a cram this turn? What do we got? As a Force Sealstone, okay. Wait, then why would we... Oh, was there no Colress in the deck, maybe? Okay, that makes sense then, I guess. I thought there was one Colress left, though. That was maybe a misplay on that Pal Pad, to be honest. Because you don't want to Colress into more Colress. You'd probably rather... Well, maybe you do, kind of. I don't know. Maybe... I don't know. I feel like you want to Colress into other stuff here, though. Colress into Colress isn't terrible, though, I guess. All right. I feel like if Dalton just goes Gust Luminion next turn, the game is over. Because Fernando won't be able to, like, chain moons anymore at that point. All right, here comes the Colress. That's another thing with, like, KOing the Bidoof like Fernando did. You go after that Bidoof early, like Fernando did, and then all of a sudden it becomes a thing where it's like, well, Dalton just doesn't have to put down another one prizer. So you kind of, like, wasted your Cram potential. But if Cram had just punched Tina instead, and you just get the 2 KO on the Tina, you save your Roaring Moons, your first Roaring Moon attack for right now, I almost feel like that puts you in a better spot. I don't know. Gives up Super Rod and Nest Ball, which is your way to recover Roaring Moon and then get fine Roaring Moon. Settles for keeping Greninja and a Lightning Energy. Honestly, attacking with Raikou this turn would have been pretty good, right? Because the Arceus, nothing on the board KOs it except for the Tina. But, oh, I guess there's Starbirth. You kind of do have it guaranteed. I was going to say, it's not guaranteed, but it is kind of guaranteed. Yeah, it might just have to be a Cram Punch here from Fernando. I see the Sableye in the hand here, but I assume only plays the one Psychic, so I'm not going to be able to actually attack with that thing. Yeah, the more I'm thinking about it, the less I like the KO on the Bidoof. It is kind of how this game played out specifically, maybe a little bit. But the Spit Punch Tina is maybe just better, because, like, as soon as Dalton's Bidoof goes down, you see Dalton has no intention of ever benching a one prizer ever again, I don't think. He's going to live off the Starbirth. But I'm pretty sure if Dalton goes Gust KO Luminion, the game just ends. Unless I'm missing something. Oh, no. Fernando could go Punch with Cram, Iron Hands. I guess that'd be the one thing that Fernando could still do. Here comes another Judge. So yeah, not going to go for the Gust KO. I guess still could Countercatcher. Yeah, could draw into Countercatcher, Countercatcher KO Luminion. You'd probably want to retreat to the other Arceus, though. Because that's the, like one of the few, if only, win condition I see here for Fernando is punch hands for 3. But just punching the Cram here seems fine as well. I don't know if you maybe want to retreat, though. Retreat this active Arceus to the bench. All right, the V-Star is coming in. Maybe is going to go for that Countercatcher. Yeah, it is eyeing up the Countercatcher. Yeah, I think you don't want to leave into Fire Energy. Oh, that's to grab off the Trinity Charge, I guess. But we get one more card. I don't think Dalton plays Charon's Care. I'm not sure. There could be a Charon's Care in there, to be honest. We'll see. Has he Ultra Balled away the Countercatcher? I mean, there's definitely one in the deck. So it's either 2 Countercatcher or... Yeah, it's either 2 Countercatcher or did not Ultra Ball away. I'm actually not sure, though. There we go. Countercatcher on Luminion, Evolve Tina. Yeah, you definitely want to retreat the active here as Dalton. I hope, hopefully Dalton sees the out of the hands play happening. Retreat to the other Arceus. Does Fernando have boss left? Or are all the gust effects gone for Fernando? Because Dalton could just retreat next turn and that would also save him. Yeah, Fernando can go punch here. But I'm not sure where I don't know where the boss is here for Fernando. I'm not sure. Let's see how this turn plays out. Has the Cram attack at the very least for sure. And then could set up for that hands play. Did just top deck Roxanne. So you could throw a Roxanne out here as well to disrupt Dalton. I feel like the boss is in the loss zone, but I can't see it. I don't know if that... No, I think we kept the boss, right? Wasn't Fernando about to loss on the boss and then didn't? And there's a Roxanne in the hand here. So there... Ooh. Just going to get aggressive with it off the rip here. Now you do lose to a boss here as Fernando. So I don't know if I like... I don't know. This is an interesting play. Because, like, Fernando could wait to put the hands in play. But Fernando's like, I don't think I'm going to be able to draw into everything off of Roxanne. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to win the game on your turn. And if you get it, you got me. But if you don't, then I'm going to win with the hands plus boss next turn. Then here comes the Roxanne, I assume. Maybe not. What's Fernando cooking? Oh, benching the Raikou. I almost like keeping that bench space open for another Comfey. But I guess Raikou's fleet-footed can also draw a card. Maybe doing a quick Comfey check here. I guess Luminion's also a possibility off of Super Rod. All right, here we go. Roxanne. If Dalton draws boss, Dalton does just win. Fernando didn't have to put the hands in play here. I'm not sure I like putting the hands in play here or not. I'm actually not sure, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I have no clue. Let's see. There's a Super Rod there and a Gate. So that's like all you need for the energy here. This is where you could have recovered that Luminion, though, actually, and then that could have led to a boss. Goes for 3 energy. If you draw into an energy, that could lead to a... concealed cards. There's a Lightning. One more here coming in. All right, the hands is ready to go. Not going to be using it for a turn or so, though. Has Fernando already used for a Sealstone? I believe yes. Yeah, I think so. It got used on the Luminion. I feel like Dalton has the boss in the hand. Goodbye, Sableye. Got an energy there. Concealed cards now. Needs to find boss and a way to move Cram, actually, to be honest. Because, like, Dalton can just pass until he finds boss. Yeah, Dalton really should have retrieved the active Arceus on the last turn for sure. Dalton drew 2 cards only. Yeah. There's the Roxanne. Wait, don't retreat to the hands. Sheesh, I got scared for a second there. All right, Fernando, 110. Dalton, do you have boss? Answer's no. No boss. All right, it's still a game. There's an Iono in the hand, I think, though. Which I think at this point you would use. Here comes a nest ball. At this point, putting Bidoof in play doesn't... Well... Think about the Radzard, I guess. I was thinking you put... I mean, I guess if you put... No, if you put Bidoof in play, it would be safe, right? Yeah, Bidoof would be... Well, I guess... No, it would be safe. The bench is locked. You can't Sableye. Down source for the choice belt. Sure. Bidoof means Sableye and WinCon? No, because the bench is locked, right? It's 5... Sableye's in the loss zone, and there's 5 on the bench. Because you don't KO Cram here, I don't think. Well, I guess it depends on what Dalton draws off this Iono. But you don't KO Cram here. You just go... If you draw a boss here, you just pass. But honestly, if you don't draw a boss... I feel like you should have benched Bidoof and then just passed. But now you're retreating, which gives Comfy an out to get to the boss. And I feel like Fernando's almost for sure going to draw it here, based on what we know about the deck. And there was a B-Barrel in the hand! There's Nest Ball B-Barrel in the hand from Dalton. Dalton could have just gone Nest Ball for Bidoof, pass. And should have also already had a Bidoof in play from the other Nest Ball, I feel like. You just don't take the knockout here. Taking the knockout here is so bad, I feel like. Oh, give a free switch card. Draw. No boss. Yeah, but that's 2 switch cards. We're going to see a lot of cards here. No, wait. Do we shuffle the deck here? How many cards were in the hand before? Oh, but we get to get Luminion back. Yeah, you probably shuffle the deck here. I'm like, I don't know about that. Because how many dead cards were on the bottom of the deck? Because the boss was not on the bottom, I don't believe. I think the boss was on the top half. It could have been guaranteed there, to be honest. There's not that many cards left in the deck. Boss was in hand, I think. Was it? I didn't think I saw it, but you might be right. Yeah, I did not like the way Dalton played out the last round. I think Dalton should have just like put 2 Bidoof in, ended up with 2 Bidoof in play and passing. There was still an out here for Fernando. Taking the time on this choice. That means there's options here. Nest Ball versus Mirage Gate. But you're not playing the Nest Ball here because you want to have the option of hitting Luminion. So I feel like taking the Mirage Gate was better. Switch card versus... Oh, it's an Ultra Ball! There we go. Ultra Ball, Luminion for boss. And yeah, I thought Dalton was going to get this one. Wait, you need a way to move. Okay, confirming the switch card. It was there the whole time. Iron Hands for the 3 at the end. But I definitely think that was a mistake from Dalton. I don't know how much that would have changed the outcome of that turn from Fernando. I think Fernando probably would have whiffed. If Dalton doesn't take the knockout. Oh, there's still a decent amount of switch cards that got played. It might have been enough still. No, because Fernando had exactly enough at the end there, right? Yeah, Fernando had exactly enough at the end there. So if Dalton had just gone Nest Ball for Bidoof, play the Iono, ended up drawing into Nest Ball, B-Barrel, could play the other Nest Ball, get another Bidoof, and then next turn just go B-Barrel, dig for the boss. So definitely a mistake there from Dalton. Don't give the free pivot over to Fernando. It's a tough call though, to be honest, because you do want to like you do guaranteed win. Like Dalton's not guaranteed to win on the next turn if you don't take the knockout. If you take the knockout, you're guaranteed to win next turn, and then Fernando has to win that turn. But if Fernando doesn't win that turn, you're not guaranteed to win on your next turn. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough call. I like the no knockout there because I think Dalton had like all the bosses left. There's like 3 bosses left. No Arceus again from Dalton in the opening hand. And I have to assume Dalton chose first here. We're looking for a top deck. We're looking for Ultra Ball, Arceus, Bidoof. Let's see. That's not what you want to see here. As Dalton. Can we get an Arceus top deck here? And the Comfy Star for Fernando. It's an Ultra Ball. All right, we're saved. There's also a Judge in hand for the follow-up. There we go. Gives up a Bidoof. Doesn't want too many one prizes in play. Gonna get the Arceus, but like you're still looking for that V-Star, and you only have a Judge next turn as draw power. Fernando probably looking for that Cram KO turn 1 on the Bidoof. Take that draw power away. So Dalton's gonna be looking for an Arceus V-Star off that Judge next turn if the top deck isn't something different. Belt prize is huge. Oh, the belt is also prized. So yeah, it needs to try and set up the Tina as well. Needs a lot. Belt isn't as big of a deal. Belt being prized isn't as big of a deal when going first, though. That is true, yeah. Dalton has like a turn to like stabilize the Tina and stuff like that. Or maybe even get into the... You could even possibly get into the Radzard, to be honest. There's the attach. Judge for next turn. And pass from Dalton. Ooh, the switch, actually. Because actually, I didn't even see it. There's a B-Barrel in the hand. Now, Fernando could get turn 1 Roaring Moon knockout. It is unlikely, but that is a Colress top deck. That would be kind of wild. The turn 1 Roaring Moon knockout would be kind of crazy. I do like the switch there from Dalton. There. Well, I see the Roaring Moon and some switch cards. You're definitely taking the Roaring Moon here as Fernando because you need that for later. It's your only way to actually get KOs. Doesn't look like a super aggressive start here, though. The hand from Dalton here is actually pretty decent, then. Judge plus the B-Barrel. Switch card and a Rod given up to keep the Moon and a Dark Energy. Yeah, I don't think... Well, I mean, it's starting to get pieced together here a little bit. Is there anything off this heavy ball? Maybe the turn 1 Moon will happen. That'd be kind of crazy. Nothing to get off the heavy ball, just taking note of what is prized. What is prized here? The belt's prized, the basin's prized. Arceus. Is that first comfy use? Could still look for like the Prime Catcher KO on the Bidoof as well. That'd be like still a pretty good play here from Fernando. Just lock the draw power out. What do we got here from Fernando? A Gate goes. What was the trade-off? I know there's a Nest Ball in hand. Might be another. It might have been a Comfy versus a Gate. I think the Comfy take makes sense. Makes sense. All right, Comfy number 2. Goodbye, second Super Rod. That is for the Cram, though. That does give the Cram KO. I think, honestly, you just bench Moon here, too. Nest Ball's coming into play here. Yeah, I think you just, like, throw it down, to be honest. The Moon. I don't know if I'm scared of Dalton having, like, Maximum Belt Boss, Double Turbo in the hand, or out of this hand, 2-card hand. You just want to be as set up as possible, it feels like. But I could be wrong on that. Maybe it's worth trying to hide it. Just, like, once the judges start hitting, like, it just becomes so hard to find anything. Sealed cards, I believe. Oh, there's a switch. I think it needs a switch card to get the Cram in the active here. Just put on some pressure. Like I said, I think I would bench the Moon here. I think I would just throw it out there. Just be a little bit more set up under a Judge or an Iono. Opts not to. Just the 110 to the Arceus. Dalton's looking for an Arceus V-Star here. Top deck is Iono. That's more cards. B-Barrel first for 3. I'm sure we'd like to play the Judge here if it feels comfortable. Uh-oh. How many cards in hand? Like 5 or 6. Oh, it's an Arven. Arven seems fine. That gets the Arceus V-Star. Then you can use Starbirth. Starbirth gets you a double turbo. Double turbo and a what? An Arceus V or a Tina V? If you get mooned, I guess if you don't get mooned, you're fine. And if you get mooned, you need Tina because you prize Maximum Belt. So I guess it has to be a Tina, right? Off the Starbirth here. Unless you could somehow make the Radzard work, but I don't think you could. All right, so it still feels like a little bit of a shaky start here, or shaky follow-up here from Dalton. I think Dalton's going to go... Yeah, because you don't have the maximum belt. If you had the maximum belt, I think Dalton would be feeling really comfortable. Because of the lack of that, I feel like Dalton's kind of on the ropes here. We'll see. Is that a second Arven? Am I trolling? That's an Iono, right? 2 Arvens is kind of crazy. That's an Iono, yeah. Decides to keep the Iono over the Radzard. I honestly have no idea what's better there. Our Sharper's coming in double turbo, and will be for the Tina. Oh, I guess the other response is the okay. That's someone just mentioned that last game, I think, is you could also use Iron Leaves, I guess, which is fair. Yeah, you could just use Iron Leaves. Goes for the Tina though, because just like you need to find the Tina V-Star, you also need to find the Iron, or like you just need to find the Iron Leaves, you need to find the Tina V-Star. All right, big turn for Fernando, because if you can actually KO right now with a stadium, if you can find the town store and do the 220 KO, I think that would set Fernando up into a decent spot, to be honest. We'll see what Fernando can put together though. Was that triple grass energy taken? That is 3 grass, right? Am I trolling? Wait. Does Dalton not have a psychic? Or is it in the hand? It might be in the hand. No psychic? So we have to find the Virizion? Uh-oh. That's not good. All right, can Fernando get the moon off? Colors to start. That's a good start. No, Colors back to the hand. Colors now. A lot of energy. 4 Sealstone and a gate. 4 Sealstone might not be worth keeping here, to be honest. Maybe just give that up. Leaves incoming. So I guess, yeah, it does seem like it has to be a leaves angle, I guess. 2 waters to the Lost Zone. I mean, you don't plan on attacking with Greninja in this matchup, basically ever. But you don't want to lose too many energy either. I think the moon is happening. But you do want to do the 220. You don't want a Frenzy Gouging here. Frenzy Gouging would kind of suck, because then... Well, I would say Shred would knock you out, but... There's no Psychic energy, so maybe Shred wouldn't knock you out. Does he only play 1 Psychic? I think it's 2. It's 2, yeah. We saw 2 in the previous match from Dalton. If it was 1, Dalton would have never gotten the Tina. Because I think Dalton knows how many he plays. I guess it could have been a massive brain fart where Dalton was like, oh, I want to set up Tina, and forgot that the Psychic was on the Arceus. But I'm almost positive I saw 2 Psychics the last time we saw Dalton on stream. All right, there's 8 in the Lost Zone now. I don't know if the moon play is actually even available, to be honest. There's a gate. There might be 2 gates. It might not be available. We'll see. If you don't have... I mean, if you don't have an attack this turn, then I think Dalton will probably fully stabilize and be fine. Okay. If you have Raikou plus Force, I would hope that this leads to... Oh, hold on. Can we actually attack with... 120, 140, 160. No, we're 10 damage short from a Raikou knockout, unfortunately. It would be way better to attack with Raikou here, I feel like. I think but we can maybe get the moon off here. I mean, there was no Psychic grab, so I don't know. I guess as Fernando here, you probably assume the Psychic has to be in Dalton's hand. But if the Psychic is in Dalton's hand, how do you win anyway? So maybe you just have to go this route. Oh, interesting. Ooh, okay. This is a cute play. Has the Prime Catcher. Is actually going to go hands KO the B-Barrel. I kind of like this play. There's a gate Lost Zone, so there's only 1 gate left, and it definitely has to go to a moon at some point. But this play's cute. I don't hate this. I'm assuming it's possible as well, though. Yeah, it looks like it is possible. Oh, all gates are in the hand. You ever just like use the last gate to the Roaring Moon here, if the energy's in the deck, as Fernando here, and just hope it doesn't get Gus KO'd? I don't hate it. I don't know how many cards are in Dalton's hand here, but that's maybe a play. It's only like a 4-card hand here for Dalton. You could just bench Moon and Gate to it right now, because the last gate is in the hand, so you don't have to find it later. Benching the Moon in general here seems pretty good, but Unfortunately, it doesn't have the second lightning. The second lightning must be prized. Second lightning on the hands here would be pretty good because if it doesn't die, if the second lightning's not prized, putting it on here right now would have been good because if it doesn't die, hitting for 160 can start to set up some knockouts. There's a knockout. Yep, there it is. It is prize. Gets it off the prize cards here. All right, so see what Dalton can do. Did not get the maximum belt, so can't even KO the hands. It can't KO this thing at all. Yeah, actually, Dalton just... Or Fernando... Yeah, Dalton just can't KO this. Benches Arceus and Judge versus Iono. Goes for the Iono. 4 cards for Fernando no matter what, but Dalton gets that extra card to work with here. I guess that's a little bit more than one extra card because you can't draw back into any of the cards you shuffled back in. There's a Virizium, but it's not a Roaring Moon in the active. Those hands is surviving a turn, I think. Get to put some more damage in play. We could even see Fernando start to like manually attach to the Raikou to set that up as an attacker. Yeah, there's a punch for 180. That's it. Is it 3 fire energy? It's a lot of fires. I thought I saw 3 fire in there. Is it the second psychic must be prized then, right? All right, so Fernando's going to get another punch off with this Iron Hands, and then could Cram or Sableye to clean up the... Cram or Sableye to clean up this Arceus, and then just needs to Moon one more 2-prizer to win. Yeah, Fernando's in a pretty good spot. Or, I don't even know if I would say that. Fernando's in a fine spot. Fernando's in a fine spot. All right. Luminian coming out. I assume to just go and get a Colress. Just needs more cards. Yep, there's a Colress. Discard a Psychic at the start with Ultra Ball. Oh, did he discard a Psychic at the start with the Ultra Ball? Because you could even attack with... Maybe you could recover the hands and attack with it again? Nah, you're probably not trying to do that. All right, here we go. Colress for 5. Just trying to progress towards... Sableye and the Roaring Moon. There's the Moon. Oh my gosh, it's Moon Gate. Your Roxanne's in there too. Switch card. You just found all the good cards in like one rock and one Colress there, which is like not a bad thing, but not a good thing too at the same time. Boss Moon Gate. Thinking about giving up the boss and the switch card. I mean, if you can get off the Sableye play, this is fine because you can Sableye to clean up this Arceus. And then Moon KO another 2-prizer to win. But that's when the Radzard could get involved in between there. And all of a sudden you have to go through a 1-prizer. Which is when you'd need the boss. All right, now Prime Catcher's used. Boss in the Lost Zone. No more Gust here for Fernando. Except maybe the Counter Catcher is still around? I don't actually know. Whoa, thinking of playing the gate. That's the last gate. You can't play that. No Moon for the rest of the game does not sound like a good thing. Fernando caught himself there. You still going to play it? What's the point of playing the gate, right? What are we... To set up the Raikou? We're just not going to Moon the whole game? I don't know about this. He's going for the Raikou setup. What? Wait, does Fernando not realize that this does not kill the Arceus? Wait, am I trolling? Does that kill the Arceus? Yeah, Fernando was like, all right, I got the knockout. We're good to go. Dude, that was so winnable, too. That was so winnable until that play. Oh, my gosh. I think after that play, it wasn't winnable. It could have still been winnable, I guess, but... It was definitely win. If Fernando just punches for 120, then you go Sableye KO that Arceus, set up some damage somewhere, whatever, and then go Moon for the last 2, you can win. Dude, that was so funny. Oh, that was funny. I think it was fine to honestly, after that misplay, I think it was fine to concede because I don't think you were winning. I don't think you can win that game anymore. You don't have a route to actually win anymore at that point, I don't think. That was pretty funny though. That was pretty funny. Oh my gosh. All right. Here we go. Game 3 of the finals. Fernando will finally get to go first in the set. I don't think Fernando's gone first yet. Dalton looked like that was like another iffy hand there for Dalton. We'll wait and see for sure what it looked like. Hopefully we get a prize check as well. The Bidoof start. Ooh, there might have been an Arceus and Energy in there. We'll see. Colress top deck here from Fernando, it looked like. Prize check. The Arvin is prized, but the maximum belt's not. So that's the important card. 2 Colress prized here. But it is in the first 2. Or one of them is in the first 2, along with that boss. For Fernando. What's the worst misplay I made at top tables? I don't know. There's quite a few. All right, Nest Ball's coming in. Ninja would be good here, I assume. But also building up the Lost Zone is pretty good as well. So how do you deal with the mental exhaustion coming to the end of day 2? Experience being in the situation over and over again, and then caffeine, water, and food. It is the Greninja grab here from Fernando. And we'll probably see the concealed cards coming out. The town store's in hand, but, well, yeah, you don't really want to give Dalton the town store to find that maximum belt. Oh, 2 energy off the draw. We need to find some Comfies here, not energy. All right. Flower selecting has to be coming up next here, right? I don't think there's anything else to do. Looking for that Poffin. Or just a Comfy, to be honest. By Roxanne in favor of a Nest Ball. Okay, there we go. Second Comfy coming into play here. That's a big deal to find that. Build up this Lost Zone. Honestly, if you can threaten turn 2 Moon Prime. I mean, you can. The deck can definitely do that. If Fernando can get there, is the question. Well, we lost the camera here. We're back. Comfy number 2. Gate. It's a good hit. Gives up a Lightning. It's a pretty easy trade-off to me. Well, it seems like a pretty easy trade-off to me. Now over to Dalton, I think. All right. What does Dalton have here? Top deck Super Rod. Oh, no. Is the hand dead? Attached to Bidoof? Boss Greninja? Is this how it goes down in game 3? Fernando needs so little here. Has the Colress in hand. Doesn't quite have an attacker, though, I don't think. The Cram isn't prized, though. Has the town store as well, but I don't think you use it yet. I think you start with the Colress here. Here we go. Colress for 5. Looking for that Cram. There's a vacuum in there. We're getting closer. Maybe we should start with concealed cards there, actually. Gives up the vacuum. Whoa. Wait, actually, that can get us to 7. What were the takes? Plays the heavy. Well, there wasn't a Pokemon prize there, was there, though? Maybe there was. Or did Fernando not check the prize cards and kind of panicked and was like, I have to take this? That Cram was not prized and then did not take the vacuum. The vacuum could have increased our Lost Zone up to 7. That's definitely a misplay here from Fernando and could actually lead to the... Because you could... Yeah, that's actually a huge mistake here from Fernando. To not keep that vacuum. Because we have Pokestop in the hand. That's massive. Wait, I think... No, Fernando had game if Fernando just kept the vacuum. Fernando had game with vacuum. Now the town store comes out. Wait, don't we have a Pokestop in our deck though? Oh, and didn't even get the 4. No, Fernando's falling apart here. Dude. Fernando is absolutely falling apart. Doesn't get the 4 Seal Stone. Has plenty of energy to hard retreat. Doesn't need the escape board or the rescue board. And doesn't Fernando have a Pokestop in hand, or am I trolling? But the potential of the Pokestop. Concealed cards. First thing we should have done. There's the Ultra Ball. Oh my gosh. Never punished, bro. There's Crammy. We got 4 in the zone. And the retreat. And Fernando gets the dub with the Lost Box. Lost Box finally getting a dub. So many finals. The dub is there. Yeah, Dolan not opening Arceus very often.